We are live.
Salam alaikum with magic and salutations to all. I am Mescare, your host for today's 29th September 2023 full moon harvest reading. Our moderator is Nin Akibare, and we will begin with the reading of our pledge. Begin all acts, breathing and thinking by saying Column all by way of the infinite flame of the dwellers enthroned in the flower of fire, by way of a universal traveler, space, dweller, emperor, space, Samhu Amini Ray, code Adeloyi, encode, Zin Uru, smiley face. The pledge of the Imperial and Imperial Royal flags for the Emperial CMYE-IRK Republic for the country of United States, small s, as I stand beneath our sacred Imperial and Imperial Royal flags, I vow loyalty and obedience as I watch them fly. 2. The imperial laws of our imperial and imperial constitution that governs our imperial and imperial royal empire. To this cause, I hold my head up high. With honor, I pledge to protect and defend all within the imperial and imperial royal kingdom, both family and friend, to ensure that all have their equal rights. To this cause, I will lay down my very life. As I stand beneath our sacred imperial and imperial royal and national flags, I vow loyalty, sincerity, and integrity with zeal. As I will, so mote it be, chant the enchantment and it is done, chant the enchantment and it is done, chant the enchantment and it is done. Ashe, so be it. So it is, it definitely shall be. Quote, Zin Uru, end quote. And power we shall have. Thank you. Yeesh, know thyself. Smiley face. On behalf of the Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic, quote, the oldest independent, autonomous, autochthon nation on earth, end quote. We welcome and thank you all for joining us for this full Harvest Moon reading series. Tonight, we continue to reflect on the fulfillment of the 70 plus 7 plus 4 week prophecy of His Imperial Majesty's journey. During our scheduled reading for this shadow hour of quote 70 plus 7 plus 4 weeks timeline, there will be a brief pause between slides to allow Q&A. We ask that you keep your mics muted, your videos off, and accolades, comments, concerns, or questions reserved until such time. Therefore, the following house rules shall be implemented. We ask that you speak clearly and respectfully when addressing His-Imperial Majesty. For those logged into Zoom, we ask that you use your raise hand feature and wait for the host or moderator to call your appellation name prior to speaking. Please limit your questions to a maximum of 2 and focus on the subject at hand to limit any confusion and allow others to present their questions. Please state your appellation in parentheses name clearly before asking your question. Thank you for your attention and cooperation. And now I have the honor, the privilege, and the pleasure to present to you
It looks as if his camera's frozen. You're back?
Oh, yeah, we here. You calling me?
No, Mesray.
Salam alaikum with magic, Emperor. I'm introducing you to the audience.
Okay, good day to you. Salam alaikum, man.
Salam alaikum with magic.
Okay, so y'all ready? Y'all ready to go?
We up and running, Emperor. Good to go.
I'm freelancing on y'all tonight, all right? I've been so busy. So see how we're gonna roll this, right? We all right with that? Everybody cool?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes, we're cool.
All right. Let's go write some more of our story, all right?
Yes.
Y'all like write your own story, don't you?
Yes. Absolutely.
All right. Feel good about your own story for a change, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Right.
indeed.
Oh yes.
You ain't got to worry about Wikipedia taking it out, rewriting it for the word. You write your own stuff. Got your own venue, right?
That's right.
That's correct.
So, hang on. Go ahead and let's get going. You know me, I'll be in 30 hours. So I'm gonna yield, and then I'll come back in when you need me. All right.
Thank you, Emperor, for your presence. I would like to acknowledge our Imperial Royal Princess, Uhaika Samson-L. Salam alaikum with magic, our Imperial Royal Princess.
Salam alaikum with magic.
Salam alaikum with magic, Imperial Royal Princess. How you be?
Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum with magic.
Salam alaikum with magic.
Salam alaikum with magic.
With magic.
Salam alaikum with magic.
Salam alaikum with magic.
Salam alaikum with magic, princess.
Salam alaikum with magic.
Salam alaikum with magic.
Okay, we go to the slides. Is-Imperial-Majesty Emperor :space Samhu Amini-Re quote Adeloyi end quote. The incarnation of Samhu on Ta as Is-Imperial-Majesty :space Emperor :space Samhu Amini-Re quote Adeloyi end quote. Emperor Monarch INRI :space Ufu Runub Zodok space Samson L 8th Marquise de Mission Rouge :space Thunder Fire / King Louis 20th Darius Todd Zodok Samson L quote Divine Royal Blood end quote. We celebrate you in this realm and your accession to your imperial and imperial royal seat / throne. We give thanks for the trials and tribulations you have conquered and endured to stand as a universal traveler dweller / emperor.
Yeah. I was changing the name Appalation. You said the trials to become a dweller Emperor. That's interesting where you said that. That's a heavy piece there, young man.
Yes.
You know, that's a heavy piece. How you travel your journey. I got a good one here, but just where you said that's interesting. That is interesting. It's very interesting. But we're good. So you read this right here. All right. Anybody got a question on this?
No hands in the chat.
Ain't no question on this. Come on, man.
Yeah. So you say that the crown was made by Dom Pedro VII, which was a king out in Congo. So how did it make its way to you, the crown?
Well, I finally came to an understanding yesterday and today when we were looking up, my brother Nabingi. That's all I ever knew for the years I knew him. So we always call him Nabingi. So we're looking up on the web yesterday, and that was a tribe. And it's a feminine name. You feel me? So I said, wow, we really never knew his name. So I got to find his family to, find out about the brother. It's real Appalation. You feel me? Because it just hit the plate. But anyway, he was a traveler and import-export brother. Had a shop in Georgia, had about Stonecrest, and he was just a wise old man. You feel me? So, wise young man. So, and then his travels and him studying me, and I kind of knew it, but I let it happen anyway. And so in one of his searching, he wanted to feed my Ogun. So, because I was told to step away from the Orisha. I ain't need it. When didn't need all that ancestor blood and all that. So I stepped away for a while, but he knew I had my Gogun. So he wanted to bless me and, feed it and all that. I said, all right. So we worked it out. And he did a off well, I ain't gonna get into the ritual, but he did everybody know ritual. I ain't gonna get into that. What do you call it? Yoruba, Santeria, all that. So in the meantime, he had some slave shackles. He had some slave shackles. And I ain't never seen them things before. So, I asked, curious. He said they were shackles. I said, okay. I said, so can they open? He said, never. I said, so you telling me these shackles here is last time they was someone who died, you know, slavery. He said, yep. So he said, get your pair. I said, for what? He said, get your pair. You know, give an offering. That's what I did. Gave an offering. Free will offering. And he did a ceremony and all that. So when I got to the house, back to my crib, back then, the shackles were open. And I didn't understand that. So I called him. And he said, no way. I said, what you mean, no way? He said, that can't happen. He said, so I need to see. I said, huh? He said, I need to see. So I said, all right, I'll bring him back to you. And we drove all back over there. Curb parked back in. He seen them shackles open. He kept walking around looking at me, saying things, stretching his head. He had real long dread, you know, he real rusty. Just looking at me. Now he came up and touched me, said, you must be the emperor. I said, why? Why you say that? He said, cause that type of magic don't exist on this side. Only the emperor got that type of magic. And so from that, something wrong with my video, so I'm doing my best to get his camera on. But he went to, in his travels, he went to Africa, or called the people he knows, who was the king's son, okay? And still not showing me. And he knew the king, Dom right here, grandson, okay? So,
hold on, Protector. Point your camera down some more. There you go. There we go.
Oh, really? All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so he evidently got in contact, and they sent the Crownover. Okay, so they sent the Crownover, and Haka was she just came in on 13th May, so it was 31st August, my birthday, and I dropped them over her godmother's house, and so I was leaving out, and you know, being real with you, it's just one of them days, you know, you didn't feel like really stopping by because you know you had to spend some money and so I said, well, I go by anyway, it's my birthday. So I walked in and see me and Nat Bing had this little situation going on where, you know, he always called me Root Man. I don't know why. That's all he ever called me. He keep me saying Emperor. He said Root Man. So that's, you know, when I'm in. So I walked in the door, he seen me, and he just shouted out, Emperor! I'm like, yo, dog. He had like about 7, 8 people in the store. And he came, you know, come. Sit, you know, hitting the chest. Of course, I hit it 3 times, he hit it 3 times. He said behind him. So he went back in the back. He said, came back out happy. He said, just got here today, 10 this morning. UPS, dropped it off. See, receipt. You know, so he come on, he brought me the crown. He said, try. I said, you want me to put this on? He said, yeah, try on, put on.
Did he know it was your birthday?
Huh? No, he didn't know. Yeah, he didn't know my birthday.
Okay, cool.
You didn't know it. I was just, like I said, I didn't really want to stop, but because you got to spend money. I had no, really had no cash on. So I said I'll stop to holler at man anyway. And so when I got there, and he was so excited. And when he got the crown, when I put the crown on, he said, "It fit." And I'm like, "Huh?" He's like, "Oh, it fit." You know the Rasta talk. Rastafari. John Rastafari. He was going off in there. He thought that man was 18 years old at the party. And we said, I'm still doing it, like trying to do my best to figure out, like, okay, it fit. What? Okay. And then he told us, he gave us after everybody calmed down a little bit, I had to still sit. Told me to sit proper, sit me up straight, and put a couple things around my neck. See? And then he looked at everybody and said, "Emperor." And they were like, "Huh?" He said, "Emperor, official emperor." They were like, "What the hell Nabi you talking about?" He said, "The crown." He said, "Crown means dome." 56, 3.5 years. Said, gave a big speech. Everybody know Africa. He said, whoever had his crown fit will one day rule the world. And they said they searched for years to find that crown. So 56 years when I got it. 56 years been on the market.
56 when you got it. Wow.
That's right. 56, it would take 56 years to find me. So you could imagine how many heads it had been on, okay? And so, but the question was, it was never supposed to come
to the Americas.
To the West. It was never supposed to come to the West.
Right.
You feel me? It was supposed to stay, it was never supposed to cross the waters.
Right.
So that's why he said, when he got it and it fit, he called the grandson, and he was ecstatic. And calling around letting people know. So the question was, so when he gonna let everybody know? So Nabi asked me the question. I said, well, right now I walk small with a big stick, and all of them agreed, said smart emperor. All of them said smart emperor. So, and you see, I'm still walking, and that was in 2011. That was after I've been my Yoruba ancestor name. One of my names was Ade Loyi, and that was the crown. Is the essence of the crown. That's what I mean. And so that was done in 04, 05. And my godmother, I think she left in 08, 09 area. I didn't get a crown until 11. So she already told me about this crown. You feel me? And it fit. And so you see the magic coming out of it now, or coming with it. Here you have a sovereign emperor appearing on the world scene. Ain't nobody never heard of me. He's rowdy. So don't get him fired up. He's the best kept secret. But they said that's how I had to come. That's the 47-year-old prophecy, 4,700-year-old prophecy from Egypt. Right. It says in that day and time, which is now, right. It said a true sovereign will appear. So I thought we had sovereigns that was already on land, but they're not true sovereigns. See? So
say that again. They not what?
They're not true sovereigns.
Yeah, that's something we all bypass. Everybody, yeah. But people just running around talking about they sovereign that.
No, I'm talking about even the royalty in the world.
Right.
Yeah, they claim royalty. What makes them so sovereign? They die just like everybody else.
Yeah, and they stole it.
I mean, for real, we can go through the history lesson, but the main thing is that they ain't got no salvation at the end of it. Mm. So why you royalty then? If you die like everybody else, what make you privileged than anybody else? If you think about it.
Right, because when we go into the history, the royalty was immortal beings. They lived for
Immortal.
long,
So
long
that's
time.
the gift. That was the gift of that was the gift of being in line and want to follow any damn thing is the eternal life.
Right.
Then they tell you have to die first because they had to kill Jesus. They say y'all Jesus or Jesus, Yahuwah, Yahshua, whichever name make you feel good. Okay. They say they had to kill him first. You know what I'm saying? Because they always you got to kill God. So that's why all them believe they got to die first, then they supposed to get some damn salvation. But that's all a myth. That's not no fact. If there was a fact, somebody would came back and told you something by now. Okay.
You know what's funny? People tell you a lot of things. They are near-death experiences, but I realize that a lot of it is just they mental. Wherever they at mentally, you know what I'm saying? That's what they begin to see and come back and report on that. Like, so people come back and say, oh, they met Jesus. I'm like, how? You know what I'm saying? Or they went to hell. How?
That's one answer. But and you got to realize that, you know, television is so powerful that 99% of the thing these people going through is something that they had a wild experience with looking at TV and got emotionally attached. Because outside of that, you know, you remember The Way, you feel me?
Right.
You know The Way, you feel me? Who thinks don't know it, you feel me? So that's where they at when you saying that, you know, they play this mystery game out here and want a savior to save them from themselves. You feel me? So if you look at all of it, everywhere you go to Islam, same thing, Imams. They want to be some type of model. You go into church, what you got? Preachers. Want to be holy than thou. You know what I'm saying? Go to, what's the rest of them? Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? You got to wear a ponytail and get the hat and all that. All that, it's all religion. So the only thing it's telling you is that you have realigned yourself outside of self.
Right.
So how you expect to get immortal if you don't align yourself outside of self? Because none of the stuff they taught got any kind of light to it. You got mortal light. You don't have no immortal light though. You see, you go through the law, same thing. You're supposed to be getting this light, this secret. And you find out what's the secret, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Right. So you go to these fraternities, what you get? Brotherhood, okay. Sisterhood. But you don't get no salvation.
No.
You feel me?
Right.
So it's just a brotherhood. Same thing, big click.
Right.
You go to the post office, what I say, click. You feel me? Right. Every office you go in the United States government, what it is? Click.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Click that. Why? That's what democracy do. Because it operates under what? Color of law.
Color of law. Right.
See, if you operate on international law, you get along. We've been a lot further because we'd be over this colonialism.
Right.
And that's supposed to got over 1961 with the UN Declaration, remember? See, but the so-called African American greats, they claim they're heroes. They chose to go de facto civil rights. When the world said you can come with human rights, they chose to get civil rights. Civil rights is for a damn corporation. You feel me? So you got to have a master when you civilly.
Right.
You got to have a master. So you civilly. You ain't grown up yet to handle your affairs. You feel me?
So you got somebody else to handle it for you. Wow. Like you say, we pay for everything, right?
Pay for everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You talking about with Chief Black Eagle?
Just in general, just when you
know. I know I'm talking about. You talking about when I say everything they did to him, he had to pay for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They heard everybody feeling that.
Yeah, but it's true because it's not just him. Think about the things we
That's
get.
everybody. I just gave that example because they act like he was outside his zone of being touched, and you know he this and that. You feel me? And I just had to make how to let him know how to make sense.
Right.
You know, like cut the bull crap out. You feel me?
Right.
So the whole thing was to cash in on what that account.
Right.
So that's all you can do. And once you go over that side, you get them everything.
Right.
You feel me? So. But that's all you can do because that's the contract you on.
Right.
So you see all these cats try to get outside them contracts, all the UCC claiming to have a venue, claim to have a government, claim to have all this stuff. They ain't got no venue. I mean, good doctrine, but you can't.
All the doors lead right back to the beginning.
But you can't. Okay, you got a lot of old shit, more shit, right. But you can't come and raise up the dead like they attempting to do. I say trying because they ain't getting nowhere with it. And the only thing you do is creating controversy because you ain't operating properly. So you creating controversy. So I'm saying. So that's that no not guilty crap. Like. Everybody talk that crap about that Trumpian boy. You know what I'm saying? Running for the big seat. You know what I'm saying? So they like he wanted to be some king. Like he was trying to be a king. And I said, but he went in court and pleaded a bond. You feel me? So that lets you know he ain't no more better than you. So you can become the president of the United States because he don't have no more authority. He had to go before judicial administration. Okay? Because if he was still the president or he was a king, why are you in the jurisdiction of the court then? You feel me? All right. So the worst thing you can do inside of that venue is what? Plead not guilty. That's what he did. So now he bring controversy to what? The court. Oh. And then he get out there on the mic and start singing all that crap to his followers. But I'm like, you did it to yourself, dog. You feel me?
I feel you. I'm a yield protector.
You doing everything to yourself because your people that's following you, they need a follow. They like being a follower. They're not reading no damn contract. You feel me?
True.
He milking them niggas through that through all them trusts he got, setting all these programs there. They just throwing money in them. I'm like, see, that's why he say followers.
Yeah, they talked about that too. They said he did an NFT, $5 million in 24 hours. He did something else, $10 million in X amount of hours. Yeah, that's real.
That's right.
That's real. You got some hands up, protector.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, Alan Sojourner, you have the floor.
Greetings, protector.
Hey.
My question is, will you be the only sovereign in Nama? And
will I be the only sovereign? They ain't not who coming? I mean, I'm like, who coming next then?
Well, I was thinking if we all, once we get nomatized, will we become sovereign too?
He's the absolute.
He's the only sovereign.
The question I would ask before I answer anything is, do you understand what a sovereign is?
Facts.
And when he say true sovereign.
Right? Yeah,
the only
to be a sovereign, you have to be attached to the land. Can you show me where anybody else is attached to the land? And if they are, how? What's the process? I only know one. But the process, the proof, I only know one. Witness to it. You understand what I'm saying? So then, if not nationals, not sovereigns, because there's only one, then what are we? You come to get nationalized, right?
Nationalized under the sovereign.
Under the sovereign, right.
So the sovereign delegates his authority. When you look in original times when they even created the word, the sovereign was the one that had magical powers and also owned the land. So he delegated his energy for people to work the land, to be a part of the land, because he owned it. So that was the original status of it. So many times as years have moved on, we have to really understand what a word means. And so we might want to be the sovereign, but you have to understand what your place is here. And when someone controls something, you have to, honor that and accept it. but there is only one sovereign. There is only one more, and he has created a government for us to be whoever we are with under this particular sun. Are you?
That's right. Yeah. So, and that's why I say you are in the presence of a mythological creature, an emperor. Nobody on this planet has ever seen an emperor before. Don't know what an emperor come with and everything. It's a magical being, yo. Like seeing a unicorn in the middle of the street. Real talk. You feel me? So think about that for a moment. It's the only one. I yield.
Okay, thank you for the wisdom. And my second question is, do we have to go through the schools of Yoruba and Santeria to become normatized?
Yeah.
Say that question again.
Do we have to go through the schools of Santeria and Yoruba to become normatized?
Oh, hell to the no. To the no, no. To the no, 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 no. To the no. To the no, no, no. No, no. No, no, no. 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 How many more no's you want? I mean, you know, it's right there in your Constitution. I don't know if I'm looking straight, y'all. I can't see myself.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
You good? All right.
Good.
So when you read your Constitution, it says we're not a religion. We packed it up, put it in a box, sent it back to all the founding fathers, whoever wrote it, and said thank you, but no thanks. We got our own way. See, so we did our own Declaration of Independence, and we didn't want no attachment to nothing. We didn't want Jesus, whatever name you want to make you feel good. We didn't want God. We didn't want Allah. We didn't want Jehovah. We didn't want none of it. We packed it up, gave it all back. We didn't want, why? Why we need it for? Why has it done since they produced it? Absolutely nothing. You got wars and all that it's done, but where's the salvation at? Neither one of them showed up. Everybody late. See? And they still want you to hope. Hope ain't got no damn strategy. So you got events going on right now in the universe that can never happen again. That coincides with the Christian era in their books of Revelation and Daniel. It's happening right now. It's right now. That would never happen again. And it's happening in your lifetime. So where this boy at? Where Jesus at? Like I said, he's invisible and he never shows up. It's you that keep giving him all this glory because he ain't came and gave you shit. And if you living some special life through your ministry, that's money from the queen or the IRS that you got that you made pickpocketing, you know, free offering. I'm a tithing, you know, excuse me. We just when they play with to live a certain life like they got some kind of divine order to speak on behalf of my damn family. The last time I checked, I ain't seen none of them. See, that's why, and they tell, you know, they wrote the story, my story, and they say in that book, what they say, many gonna come claiming to be of this road, you know me. See, I don't know none of them. I had to come live it though. See, you say he came into his own, and his own receiving not. Y'all watch me. It's all written. You say you gotta go through birthing pain, 396 damn days. See, everything will happen. But where that boy at? Still hoping. You hear about that on YouTube? We might have missed a ship, or we didn't get raptured. Like, okay, see, it's a story, but because they see the signs in the skies, and they watch him. But you got 95% of Christians over in America, and you know they're so into their preaching. They ain't into none of that. They done create them a whole different type of Christianity. You know what I'm saying? You know. What's that? What they say? 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 They throw the hand at you. Say, what they say?
in the name of Christ, some more shit. Trying to see if you trying to throw something at him. He'd be like, huh? Who the freak is that? You feel me? And they say, oh, you don't know who Christ is? Never heard of him. Just like I ain't never seen a white man. You feel me? If I see him, won't let me know. You feel me? Y'all need to cut that crap out. You feel me? For real. You be running your ass off. You see a real white man. Come on. See, you giving energy out that you don't deserve, and so that's why you got citizenship, nationality. You got a state. So you get rid of that bull crap because you got to be who you is. You can't claim some white because you stole the privileges. And then you benefit off of them, but don't tell the whole story, and enslave people, and let people get contracts and casinos on sovereign land, and milk everybody, and try to hide your story. Now, I come along with what? That's why the crown. You got all of it. That's why I said, damn, he had to come get everything. I came and got Washita. I came and got the Yamasi. I came and got Al Morocco. I came and got it all. I had to. Even I got the Asian black man. You know, Asia and a black man. Saying who I had to. Had to complete the mission. You see? So that's part of the mission that I didn't know, but I've grown it too. So this brother here, look at the magic on this brother. Look at his fingers. Y'all see his fingers down there? Look at his fingers. He got 6 pointed star. He got 5 point. Got all of it. Look at his scepter. That's a smiley face on there. So all them cats out there claiming they got some kind of copyright or own mojo smiley face. Well, here's the owner of it right here. See, he has it on the damn scepter. So he owns smiley face. That's why I see it on. That's why I see who I am, the smiley face emperor. Why? Because who I am. I'm the son. He let you know who I was coming. See, so y'all okay with that? Y'all good? Man,
Yes.
Thank you.
We roll. Great.
I mean, look at it. He handmade the crown, though.
Yes, Emperor.
He handmade this thing. And that's me sitting over there in Nine Bingy shrine right here on the, he ain't never let nobody see the shrine. But me. So he had to dress me up, you know, so I can sit. So that's one of them. Because, you know, on the right-hand side there, you know, for those that know African culture and history, Yoruba and all that stuff, them boys there, all the energy beside it, this picture is kind of cut, but one of them I show more of them. Them like live energy for those who know. You see me sitting there, you see the one right there on my left hand sitting between my fingers. That's the one that I got to do this day. That came with the crown. See, so, you know I'm coming up. That's what he said. You coming? But, you know, I done raised him up to the seat anyway, so I'm cool. So how we doing on this, y'all? Because there's full moon energy out here tonight.
Good, Emperor. Good.
And you know, the funny thing is that I'm in New York and it was raining all day. And just as you came on, it stopped raining. I yield.
Okay, thank you.
Are there any more questions? Okay, there are no hands up and nothing in the chat. I'll turn it back to our host, Ms. Ray.
We continue on the slides. On 31st August 2011, Imperial Majesty received the life crown handmade by Don Pedro VII Alfonso, the King of Congo, in parentheses, Money Congo, / 1923 to 1956. As told by Naya Bingi, peace be upon him, the making of the crown took 3.5 years. At the completion of the magical creation, King Don Pedro said, quote, "Whosoever head this crown fits will one day rule the world," end quote. Note, the Imperial and Imperial Royal Crown is the only royal crown in the history of man that is handmade.
That's right.
Indeed, Emperor.
Handmaid, come on. My sovereign king, who
By-
was a
by-
what? Quote, smiley face, end quote, on his royal scepter and embossed on the tips of his fingers. You gotta look at his fingers. Same thing. For real, dog. So you got to realize, too, he's the last known king. Y'all see what's happened in Congo since then. You remember the border got assassinated in 2063 around that time? Well, she was sitting over the seat for their grandson. Where he at? See? So through the international hitman, all that stuff they do, they done stole that seat in Congo. This is the last king in Congo. This boy sitting right here, who made his crown. So I don't know what riches come with this crown till we get back, but it's got to go back across the waters. So that's why I created that flotilla. Well, we created back in 21 with some other fellas, but they tried to steal the glory. And now they curse the in perpetuity. I ain't gonna use the name. Y'all know what I sent them. But anyway, so you gonna see this story with this crown, you see? So you see, as the crown coming out, look at what's happening in Kemet. Look at all the coup d'etats in Kemet. Look at all the warriors coming up, calling it a revolution. Last time y'all had a revolution? French Revolution, remember? But they calling it an African revolution now. See, so, you know, and it's going to keep pushing. The crown coming. What's the thing going to happen when I step my feet on the ground? I done got approved by all the gods in Africa, y'all. Y'all didn't catch that part. I done got approved by all of them. I mean, that's including Egypt. All the gods in Egypt, all that. That's the Haiti. When I went through Haiti the other year, 2021, that was that trip that I had to take. Because they got to put you in. So you already been approved by everything that came out of Kemet. All of them. They got to call all of them. So they say the longer it is, the more powerful who's coming. They come quick, you know. That's a life or death thing when you get to that level. See, so I'm already in there. You feel me? So that's why I say my time come when I'm rolling. But I'm preparing myself as we rolling. So you got a ship coming. So when you dock, you'll see everything in unified on the crown, y'all. I didn't go any further. We're gonna leave it at that, right? Remember, the crown got its own venue, got its own jurisdiction, got everything. You gotta learn how to run. You gotta learn how to run your ship. That make sense? Y'all good?
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Come on, Miss Correa.
Hey, can we move to the next slide, please? Okay. What is the 70 plus 7 plus 4 week prophecy? On 28/29 January 2022, His Imperial Majesty opened the gates of hell, which mark the beginning of the 70 plus 7 plus 4 weeks prophecy and the coming of the Son, S-U-N / of S-O-N, Son of Man. On 26 August 2023, exclusive AccuWeather forecast a hurricane that originated in the Yucatan Peninsula, traveling and gaining strength, reaching land on HEM, all caps, solar return. Idalia, in parentheses, behold the sun, is the name of the magical earthly wonder that made landfall on 30th/31st August 2023. All Nama Earth-keepers are celebrating along with the Earth celestial bodies, immortal fire deities, and the universe. Eesh. Any questions on this slide? Okay. I have one, Emperor. The opening of the gates of, yes, the opening of the gates of hell. Can you expound that a bit? Expound on that a bit.
That was something I did that I didn't have no clue. for real. I experienced an event since 2022, and I didn't know at the time, but I wasn't the same being or human. You know, that feeling that came over me and who I was. And I was instant healed. I was going through a serious, upper respiratory. So 22 days later, okay, I do a ceremony that I travel certain roads and learn certain things. So this ain't the first time around. So or reading Psalms and stuff like that, so it's not the first time around, So years ago, way back in 5, 6 era, when I moved the whole ocean, see, I wrote my own Psalm 23 from the Bible, but I wrote it for me, and it worked. 91, for me, it worked. You gotta read 3 times. 5, for me, it worked for everything. You feel me? 17, all that. When I write it, so you ask yourself a question: who are you that you can write something from a holy book, they claim, and it works for you, but it don't work for them? And they honor this book, worship this book, and the words that's inside this book. But you can go in and say things in that book and it work for you, but it don't work for them. So you keep moving. You don't know who you fully is. You just knew you was classified as weird, special, something about him, just can't put a finger on it. But so we sent out, so I did Psalm 91 to recognize my great grandmama. How I come over that? Because I'm 13, master number. So, and it worked. Because how you tie yourself to that witch? Well, when I woke up that fire on the 6th of January, well, I went through everything she went through, all the way down to the burning of the state. That's why I was so angry and powerful during them days. And look what happened. You know what I mean? Me doing a live ceremony because it happened in Scotland. So I did, Psalm 23, I moved to Ocean back in 05. So I added Psalm 23 to 91 to Psalm 2. And I even added one I wrote from them tablets, my own way. Hear thou and understand. Flame the source of all things, containing all things, potentiality, you know what I'm saying? So, and it worked. And you find out 22 days later that you did something that ain't been done and been talked about in the history of man, but you done mess around and you done open up the gates of hell with your voice. You weren't using 2 places at one time. You were here and you was in Scotland in another form. When the master, when you met the master, and he stood before you. And then you gave clarification to a traveler who you just said what happened, and the words came out, the other side was the master. So you like, who was that? You see? And you're like, I knew. Like, internet, I'm growing. And he said, the master. Okay. Well, I come along all these schools, you got all these cats, they claim they masters of philosophy, master of esoteric, all these human masters. No, He got up. This is the master. So I'm like, all right, so who's that? He said, he's the baddest to the baddest of the baddest, baddest to the baddest, baddest of the baddest, baddest. I said, huh? I said, wait a minute. Hold up, Jim Shoe. Yo. So what about this Allah? He's like, what about him? Hey, ain't nobody seen him. I'm like, huh? Okay. All right. So what about God? Left his post, vacated, gone. I said, so who this guy again? The master. The baddest to the baddest, or the baddest, baddest to the baddest, baddest, or the baddest, baddest. I said, okay. So what about your precious Jesus? He said, what about him? Cross family, vacated, gone. I said, so this boy is this bad that everybody vacated. So they tried him with a magical spell that I was able to unlock after 4 and 30 years, unbeknown to me. And it had to be perfect. Everything, y'all don't understand things. Everything had to be perfect. They tell you all your life something wrong with you. You bad, you crazy, you going to hell, you going to, but yet still you able to do stuff perfect. And you able to open up a gate that's across the pond. And then they got on record about the whirlwind that happened that same night that came out of nowhere. They got it on record. Watched it. And know they got, and then just let the master loose. Let the whole kickaboo loose. Because them belong to me, that's becoming, on me coming to my seat, they become my what? I got a Royal Grand Assembly. These are immortal beings, 5 beings. That I was granted $1 million a day until I got my 580. Because from January 28, 2022 to August 31st this year, that's just 580 days. I'm 58, number 3. The boy that killed my grandma, they call him de facto King James, that helper, who killed my grandma. Well, he died at 58. I come back and get my seat at 58. So by me and the master being like this, that's my blood. I'm nationalizing. He ain't never leave me again. Them days over with. So it's only a matter of time. Because you look at, you got 2 million down a day, and you got $1 million being raised, well, up to August 31st. So I put a 5 across it to close that, because that's what I'm prophesying, 580. So now I'm going to get more into my seat, or coming to my seat, and I had to finish this up, because he didn't see 70 weeks dealing with Daniel prophecy. You got me? And then you got 7 weeks that I was granted to my Earth Day, which is 49 days, when I was 49 when I wrote Constitution, Imperial Constitution. Then you got +4, that's my number, and now. So they gave you a prophecy of 70-week name. Well, see, I'm writing my own story, because it's my story. So they give you a prophecy, but I'm coming to give you the real truth. So that's why it changes, because I'm writing it. I'm writing it. You watching our story being written in now time. Well, you ain't gotta wait for some damn disciple to come back 30 years from now and try to write my shit. Like they did they say that boy named Jesus. You know, he got only cats speaking for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you couldn't write yourself? You feel me? So that's why I tell you, Daniel, close up the book. You remember? Because the one that's coming, he can write his own way. That's what I say. Like I said, he kneel to you. What that mean? If he kneel to you, well, you live forever. That's who this boy is. So y'all can go out there and keep playing with the devil, Satan, Satan, angel, Mike, all that crap, all that religious stuff. That's all. It's all gonna fade out because you can't exist in the universe. But so you're gonna keep dying, burning out yourself out of existence. We're gonna still be here. So you're in the changing of the guard.
Tell you. But you're gonna have all this other stuff going on. Why? Because they caught in their lust, they caught in their arrogance, they caught in their ego, they power hungry, they wealth hungry, but they ain't got no salvation. That's why you got all this crap going on now. You know, so it's all through manipulation for some people to live a certain life, or you got certain beings who got trapped here because they call this a slave planet on certain levels. And they were powerful beings in other galaxies who come down and take over, who come down and take over your whole damn temple and rule in your behalf. So you got all kinds of stuff going on that they play games with. But you see, it's my time. So I had to walk small with a big stick, not understanding back then. So it's my time. So, you know, that's why when you look at my track record, damn, he goes back 203. See what I'm saying? I've been around 20 years. Behind the scene. What? Building this, why? Because it was so big, you had to live long enough to put it together. And that's what happened. You didn't know you had to get a country, or you got an empire, and you got a state. You feel me? Come on, one man in 20 years got out this and wrote up, and now you ready to run? Y'all good? They help you out?
Yep.
Yes, Emperor, it did.
Absolutely.
Okay, we continue with the next slide. Imperial and Imperial Royal Annals for the ECMYE-IRKR. The opening of the quote gates of El end quote is an event commemorating the breaking of the Holy Bible 430-year-old curse that was placed on the royal bloodline of Agnes Sampson. Agnes Sampson is the great grandmother of His-Imperial Majesty, Emperor, Samhu Amini-Ray, Adeloye, and is recorded as the oldest /ancient healer. Over recorded is how this bastard King James VI, author of the Bible, deemed it essential to place the aforementioned curse on the royal bloodline of Agnes Sampson, to steal the privileges only afforded to the Imperial and Imperial Royal bloodline of His-Imperial Majesty, Emperor, Samhu Amini-Ray, Adeloye, On January 6, 2022, a divine fire lit inside His-Imperial Majesty, Emperor, Samhu Amini-Ray, Adeloye, with astral projected him to the horrific events inflicted on his 13th generation great-grandmother Agnes Sampson by this bastard King James VI, in parentheses, effective day of the curse, 28 January 1591. On the sun and moon rotations of January 2022 leading up to 28/29 January 2022, His-Imperial Majesty, Emperor, Samhu Amini-Ray, Adeloye, performed a ceremony to honor the soul of his 30th generation great-grandmother Agnes Sampson and release her soul from the 430-year-old curse. 22 days after the ceremony, the dweller-emperor was informed by his trusted vizier, the old man, that insurmountable chaos occurred because the gates of hell, in quotation, were now open. The ceremony performed by His Imperial Majesty was a direct correlation with the opening of the gates of hell on 28/29 January 2022, releasing the master and 1 million immortal fire deities per day and 1 million deaths daily. As of 30 August 2023, the absolute royal sovereign emperor as the master fire deity and 579 million immortal fire beings who kneeled and pay homage to HEM all caps. Eesh. Any questions on this slide?
There are no hands up and nothing in the chat.
Okay, I have a question. Could you explain a little bit what was the feeling or the experience like when you traveled and encountered the atrocities that were placed on your grandmother, great-grandmother, Agnes Sampson?
I mean, I don't read that question again.
Yes, I was asking if you could just explain a little bit of the experience you encountered while you projected to the atrocities committed to Agnes Sampson.
Oh man, I can feel. That's why I know she. That's why I know she wasn't dead. Because when I was talking to my old head, he asked that question. You know, how can you prove that? And I told him how I felt. Because she wasn't dead when they burned at the stake. Now you ain't gotta go there. Go back to the other one. So but like I told him, and I tell everybody else, what's the point of burning you at the stake? You're already dead. You feel me? So when I told him the experience I went through, he just said, damn, I feel for you. But you felt everything. And the cross that appeared, I think it was on one of these slides. That was why she hid under the door. Because that's why I found it under the door. And then when that glass fell out, I caught it. That showed that my travels would be solid, not broken on different ways. I seen all that. So now I know where the cross came. So that's why that bastard wanted to try to claim that royal seat. So she was in the dungeon, and that's where he got under the door, and then it appeared to me because they said they was waiting on that. And I said, what you mean? He said, well, they gave you the chalice, the Ark of the Covenant, all that stuff in religion. He said, but the real thing we were looking for was a cross that disappeared from around his neck that was on her neck because of the bloodline or the royal bloodline, okay? So they said whoever that appear or whenever that appear, whoever, they know who the royal bloodline is. So it appeared to me. So I'm the royal bloodline. That's the piece. He said, you got 40 million waiting on you once I'm doing what I'm doing right now, coming out. He said, once you arrive, you got 40 million waiting on you. He said, they're gonna look at you and assume you is a Christ figure or Christ. And I said, for what?
Yeah.
I ain't got time for that. I'm Khufu, in that time. He said, yeah, you Khufu. He said, well, you got everything they say in these Christ figures supposed to hide riding under your flag right now. So get ready. So that was back in 15, 16. So you see, it don't happen overnight, right? That help you out with the question, brother?
Yes, it did, Your Majesty.
Emperor, when you said you astral projected, were you at the scene of her torture, or were you looking at
I was
it
there.
from her eyes?
I was literally there. I can feel it. That's why that fire lit so hot. That's why when after that happened, I don't know what happened. I wasn't informed 22 days later. But you remember on the 18th that year, last year, on the 22nd, that de facto clown chief down in Georgia came at me with that treason charge, remember? And that fire lit some more. That was the only reason I called him. The other one didn't answer, but he answered at the right time at 9:40, 9:04, 9:40, matter of fact, 13. Never forget it. And he said he was ecstatic. I said, why? He said, because I just talked to you on the other side. So that's my journey now. Because I got those who know me on the other side and know me on this side. But it must be my task to be able to go both ways. So that's who I am. So he said, I just seen you on the other side. And I gave them a command to come back on this side to find out who got the authority or the power to open up the gates of hell. So he told me all that. And then I said, so when did all this transpire? He said around 28, 29. I said, what month? January. I said, really? He said, yeah. Interest. He said, what you mean interest? I said, well, I kind of did a little something around that time. He was like, you did what? I said, I kind of did a little ceremony with my grandma. He said, what grandma? I said, Agnes Sampson. Agnes Sampson? How she came to you? You see? So I had to go there so he can get the understanding. So that's 13 generations back. That's why he said, what about a witch? I said, what about it? Magic, healing, and all that. He said, what about death? I said, okay. Well, if you're talking about death, okay, she dead, burnt to the ashes. I said, but that was a curse. So I went in to free her soul. So in freeing her soul, I freed the master, which is my bloodline. You see? So, I knew everything. What happened as I'm rolling. Everybody on the ship, and I know it happens as I roll. So you're writing a story as I keep coming to my seat. But you got several movies to make. Remember, I told you the guy was saying what, 43-hour YouTube, you feel me? How long this story go? But we're gonna keep moving at this level. So that help you out in your question?
Yeah, thanks. Can you tell us why magic is important in your journey?
Oh, magic is everything. Spirit is nothing. Without magic, what is life? You feel me? So you came up in the South, you ran into voodoo. Hoodoo, Sudo, Doodoo, whichever name make you feel good. And you have people preaching, everybody that going to bless their hand, put roots on people, take them out, put cursing on people for their boyfriend. Girls put cursing on their boyfriend to keep them, through blood, all that kind of stuff. So all that's voodoo, magic. Whichever name you want to claim it. So you got this character they call Bible, and they got Psalms and stuff in there, and that's magic. See? It's right in front of you, but it's not in front of you. It's only for those who can see it. See, saying something around a candle, it's magic. See, so without magic, what is life? So the soul is everything, the spirit is nothing. So magic is everything. Without it is nothing. So you see, I don't really give a damn about them classifying me because I say, or we say, Salam Alaikum magic. See what I'm saying? Because I'm not a Muslim, and say Assalamu alaikum. That's, that's Arabic. And they say, wa alaikum assalam. Okay, I ain't no Muslim. I'm more part of my bloodline. So we say salam malikum. With magic. Because you're dealing with a magical emperor. Whether you like it or not, makes you no difference. I ain't here for you. Like Tom said, I see you come, I see you go. I ain't got time to play with you. Because there's your era coming in. So some of these cats think it's a holy and down. They're going to see it all. Okay, whatever. We'll see. You feel me? So, so like I said, live for 100 years, we'll talk. So, so you feel good yourself when you start learning stuff that you was forbidden to do or forbidden to say. Now all of a sudden it actually works. Interesting, right?
Yeah. I know a lot of religions teach that magic is evil.
Of course they do.
Yeah.
So they don't want you to know the secret.
They don't want you to, right.
They got to keep you worshiping. They got to keep you worshiping some invisible God that's going to come save you from your damn self, which don't make no damn sense. Because sin is only 3 damn words. So why would someone have to come and save you from yourself when you know exactly what the freak you're going to do before you did it? And the only thing you got to do is have a damn excuse, and at the last breath, you can be saved. Like, who put some bullshit together like that? Before you got all this madness out here, all this racism and bullcrap. Because what? Some God is going to die for you. You so damn special. They just hung on a cross for your dumb ass. Gonna bring you to some heaven, feed your ass some chicken legs. What they got? They ain't never thought about that. They ain't seen the menu. Yeah, they go, that's right, we're gonna go to heaven and just keep praying to God. For what? The hell he need you to pray to him for? You need to get your ass out there and work and run it so you can move the universe. And everybody sitting around and worshiping something. Come on, man. That's that madness. And they so good and they stole every damn thing. Now so they won't be in heaven. They stole your records, for real. It didn't, I wouldn't be who I am. You see this banner right here? That's all jurisdiction under my house. You see the 50-star flag, it's under my jurisdiction. The cedar tree flag is under my jurisdiction. You see the 5-pointed star Morse flag, you see the gold around it, you see the 6-pointed star red flag, you see the red flag, that's all my jurisdiction. Georgia, without the yellow fringes, why? Because that's military. This is the regular state. That's my jurisdiction, okay? You see the 48-star flag, that's my jurisdiction. You see the jurisdiction of the Constitution for the United States when they signed the Constitution of the United States with a small U, 1787. 1786, brother. 1787, yes, that's 17 September. 1787, that represents the states. You don't even know that stuff. See? You see Washington, I got both of them. See? That's my jurisdiction. So if you see this banner, they got much jurisdiction on me. You feel me? So that's why you got to understand it. Overstand it, understand it, understand it, whichever stand you need to get your ship moving. Because universe don't respect the person. So get your act together on this road. You feel me? How you? What's that? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Okay, there are no hands up and nothing in the chat. I'll turn it back over to Mesred.
We continue with the next slide. Imperial and Imperial Royal Annals for the Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic, in parentheses, ECMYE-IRK. In North America, many people have heard of the Salem witch trials due to Arthur Miller's play, in parentheses, The Crucible. But how many people have heard about the Scottish Witch-North Berwick witch trials? In Scottish history, there were 5 major, in quote, witch trials of Scotland. Agnes Sampson, quote, the wise wife of Keith, end quote, is one such purported healer slash witch who encountered the atrocities of the colonialists. The depiction shown here is what lit the fire of HEM all caps. Okay, Emperor, I have a question on this slide. At what stage of your journey did you became aware of this feature on the slide here, and how did it impact your journey?
My bad, Mr. Ray. I was doing two things at one time. Say that again, young brother.
Yes, I was referring to the photo in the slide here. I was.
That's what woke up the fire. That's what they showed me when I was 7 going on 8 years old. Okay, hold on a minute. So that's what lit the fire, because I was sitting on the bed and I said, because I done told y'all this story before, so I'm going to go ahead and say it again. I think we pulled some of that stuff off the market, off the web, because we transformed to who we are now. So anyway, I was married to a witch, a real one. Okay. And so there were certain things we married that she used to do to heal me when I was in, because I have pneumonia growing up, called pneumonia. And so that kind of stretched my lungs. So when I get that kind of respiratory, sometimes I get, so I take care of myself the way I do. So heal it with mother and all that stuff. But back then, military, young, she said, heal me. So I was thinking about it. And then just something came to me and I said, I thought the camera was on, my bad. Something came to me and I said, I wonder who the oldest witch. So I just typed in the computer and I said, oldest witch. And the Agnes Sampson popped up. And then when I seen the Agnes Sampson, something just clicked. Something just happened. Like right at that moment. And anger set in. Because I got so-called smooth sayers, they say, preachers and ministers and smooth sayers and voodoo workers, witch doctors, whichever name make you feel good. And ain't nobody up to that point I ever said anything about an Agnes Sampson. And she was the oldest witch. And it's just click, some click. So, I'm doing research, finding out what's going on, I'm all in it. And then I see this picture. When I see this picture, I'm like, and look, I'm studying it. And I'm like, I've seen this before. I've seen this before. And I was pushing myself. And I said, oh, so that's the picture they showed me when the dweller came, when he appeared. I looked at myself, my soul, and they were trying to say the devil trying to claim us when I was 7 years old, 8, going on 7, 8. So y'all can imagine, okay? So and they were trying to say the devil trying to claim my soul. So this picture they showed me, because of the image my coat of arms, that's the image I told them. 5 head, 5 hands, 5 feet, black, glowing. So that's what they showed me. And I said, no, he got 5 hands and 5 head and 5 feet. He had no wings, nothing, just glowing, Didn't touch the ceiling, didn't touch the floor. He was just going, he was just glowing, just standing there, And they said, devil trying to claim your soul. As soon as that connection hit, it's like that. I put that fire lit. And that's when the old head said, you can't turn it back off. I said, huh? He said, ain't no off and on switch. He said, once you lit it, you can't turn it back off. So you had to see, so all this journey you've been through, all them trials and tribulations you've been through, all the churches, masjids, all the stuff you done traveled through, to make it make sense. You feel me? I throw all that to me to make it all make sense, because it make no damn sense to me. And now you get down to this point, and it was all about you the whole while. That's why it didn't make sense. That's why it didn't fit in nowhere. Law, church, Muslim, everything. I was like, I would come to take over that seat. I'm like, you ain't got no seat I want to take over, because it's, love is of self. So I was
searching that soulmate within me, because, you know, I don't say this that much to certain people around, but I had a chance to take that journey myself. During that time, I told a couple, some of you know, probably wondering why I'm bringing it out now, but it's cool. But I chose to stay here because I felt like I could find love here. So they told me that I couldn't finish my mission. I couldn't find that until I finished my mission. How in the hell am I supposed to know that my mission going to end on 8 February 2023? You feel me? So through all the relationships, everything, they want you to fall in love. This and I could never do it. That's why I'm telling you, you looking for that type of love. I can't, you looking for the wrong place. We can have fun, respect, all that, but you know, they want, you know, once you be there a little while, they want to lock you down, close the door. As soon as you look one way to try and slap teeth out your mouth. See, I ain't getting into all that crap. See, you know, I don't be open. I'm gonna tell you straight up, fine girl walk by and look just hard, she gonna look. If she gonna look, then she gotta look back at you and see if you looking. Yeah, I'm looking just hard as you looking. See, you know what I'm saying? So it's just that world we live in, you feel me? So you can't be real, you ain't on my ship. That's why I say I'm a real law, common law, down to earth emperor. Because don't come to me with that play game crap, all this control when you sign a contract over here. You your own person. You ain't whatever contract you got over here don't exist over here. So that marriage contract somewhere you got, don't work over here. That birth certificate contract don't work over here. You got your own venue. So all that got to be docked back in your venue. That's how you gonna pay yourself. So you move the ship. You think I'm gonna pay you? That's my wealth. I'm letting you enjoy the wealth with because of my flag, but gold I can't even got. I ain't need none of it. Can't got that by my damn self. Post office case, billions, that's mine. Where were you at? You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So when you take this oath office coming up, these cats, they're getting on furlough. So, you know, because the government got to pay you eventually. When you move, you pay yourself. But outside that, how you going to pay yourself? So you're going to dock your account over in your state. And whatever's worth, you'll find out. Not even conversation. It's a private conversation. With you and your state. You see? So that's real. When you got that type of authority, I mean, you create your own damn ID. Feel me? It's all over the world. Ain't nobody that got no authority like me. And what I was able to create. They can talk about it, debate about it. Maybe no different. You know? I ain't got time to think about it. Why? But like I tell y'all, I gotta stay focused on the ship. If I stay focused on the ship, nothing else exists. That make sense?
Makes perfect sense.
Makes sense.
All right. As we scan the Imperial and Imperial Royal Annals, months of January 2022, scroll through the slides. Through August 2022.
But hold on, man. Let me ask you a question. How do y'all feel about this picture? Because you asking me. How you feel about this picture?
Well, my feelings,
you know.
In my travels, this is the first time I've seen this picture, and I am accepting what you have presented in regards to the characters on this picture. So I never really knew of this before, but I think it's significant on the journey, and the truth must be revealed.
I want to smile on TV out there.
Okay, this is Akiba Ray. The way I see it is the same propaganda that goes on today, depicting witches as evil double worshipers, sacrificing babies. The same propaganda that goes on today.
And you know what was so bad about Akiba? They were killing the sisters based on a birthmark. You know, you had a birthmark.
Yeah, I got
your birthmark was what they said you was a devil worshiper. Your birthmark. So look how many people they killed for nothing.
See? Then they go down in history as a holy.
Yep.
That's why they call that thing a Bible, remember? Then they call that thing a Bible, remember? Then they came back and said holy to scare the hell out of you.
Oh, so this is IMEC. You also notice that in their depiction of evil, right? It's always dark color.
Yeah,
and
black
then,
cat cross the street, cross the wilderness. White cat cross the street, praise Jesus.
and then exactly, and then they're always bringing their children so their children could be sacrificed to further along that propaganda of that evilness.
What you mean sacrifice? Huh? What you mean?
Like for instance, like in the picture there, the witches is giving that's like a child to the
Okay, that's what you're saying.
devil. Yeah.
But that's why it would be a sacrifice. He's not killing them. It's like they
No. I'm saying he's giving them. They're being given unto him not as a blood sacrifice or anything of that nature, but a sacrifice. Like not like they would do mullet. You know how they were sacrificing their children on a mullet, but no, like they're just giving the children. So it's like more disciples, more followers, more brainwashing of the children.
They do that now.
Exactly. They showing it.
They do that in the school system.
Exactly. Like they say, train them when they're young.
The contract they sign on to, they give their kids to the school system for the school system to manipulate the kids the way they want.
Facts.
And they don't give no higher education, they give them food school. So now you got kids that's going to school every day and got 6 teachers. You don't know which them religion them teachers believe in, but they bringing that doctrine to the way they teach. And so look how your kid has been infiltrated, and then they got to come up there with your crazy ass. And you wonder why the world going haywire, right?
Facts. Facts.
But you got to realize, because you chose, you go back, you got young ones, you go back, really look at their journey. When they came in, you was programmed a certain way that you didn't even know they were speaking their own damn language. You feel me? So you got a baby, boy, girl, twin, whatever, and they coming in crying and hollering, and the only thing you know how to do is put a pacifier, a titty, or something in the damn mouth to keep them crying, to feed them. Then they poop, they cry, yelling, but you don't understand the language. So you see, then you got to force them young ones to leave the bird language to come and learn your language. And you don't realize that kid done curse your ass 100 times before you learn how to speak your damn language. Because you can't speak language. So it kind of made sense to me when my young one coming up, and I noticed they can get along and have their own little thing, you know what I mean? And I'm like, wait a minute. So they got their own language? And old heads was like, yeah, you go in the hospital, you see all the babies, they be communicating. I said, well, why can't, so we force them, or force us to learn a language at birth, whether it's Arabic, English, whatever, whatever country you're in, instead of learning or knowing the main language is bird language, the talk in Egypt. So you can communicate with your baby as soon as they come out the womb. When they say Yahshua taught when he came out the womb, he was speaking his own damn language. They just couldn't understand the language. But back in them days, evidently, they understood the language. That's why they say he spoke when he came out. Well, I don't know, you speak, you come out, you're yelling, you speaking, but they don't know your language. So they say, put a pacifier in your mouth, you know what I'm saying? Put you on the shoulder and burp your ass, and and keep training you that way, because that's the only thing they know. Yeah, y'all tripping, right?
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Stop bugging out, right?
Oh, no, it makes sense.
Right?
Okay. We have a hand in the chat.
Come on.
Aaron Dumatev.
Assalamu alaikum, Majesty, Emperor.
Hey.
It's good to see you again. My brother, oh my God, you just said so much, and keeping in step with the topic at hand. By the way, this is Brother Aaron Asaru El Dwamitef, soon to be Ray. I had asked you a question before about the power of your rule, and I went and did a little research on my own, and then also studying your docs. And I asked you a question about Haile Selassie, right? And I was saying that was the only thing that I had reference to as far as a brother man being an emperor. And it was right in front of my face the whole time. Number one, I don't see in any of the records where Haile Selassie brought immortal fire beings with him. Okay? And I also don't see how he opened up the shackles, like you said, the shackles. I'm looking at all of these things, and you've been saying it the whole time. And it's like, how can you compare the Adeloye to, somebody else when his rule is different? Is that correct, Emperor?
Yeah, I came my own life. I've been saying that since day one. See, everybody got a shot. This how the old man, some of the old heads grew me. But they said everybody got a shot, okay? See, so
right.
7, you go through stages 7 years at a time, okay? So you got 7, 14, you see. A lot of young sisters, Nians, they come work. They normal or living right, their mister come on around what? They're 13, 14-year-old. You feel me? So you got another 7, 21. You feel me? So 21, where they got you at in college? See, reprogramming you, you see? But because you had that shot. So your shot is in college to get a degree, get a job. But everybody got that shot. My shot, the air needed in a haystack. Excuse me. My shot went through. And they've been trying to figure out ever since then, how do I get through? Because everybody get a shot. So I've been through. I tell you, they knew about me in 204. Post office, OIG, United States Department of State, all that. But we had to move slow because we had made Chief Black Eagle, quote, Thunderbird, end quote, the commander-in-chief. Somebody got a cough. Don't spread that. So, or put your phone on mute. So the chief, when he didn't perform, okay, that seat became vacant or abdicated. So we had to run it. You had to sit that long behind the scene, knowing you had to stay. Post off all them. Even with David Miller. That's the name I need to write down, y'all. So I got to call some more names on 91. David Miller. I forgot to write his name down. I got a list. Remind me that. Peace be upon him. He the one that broke the bread or broke the ice on, the 48 star flag, the gold, because he attempted to steal the flag, the 48 star, claim it like he claimed the 50 star flag in 99. And so when he sit it over the head, he said by the time he got back to his hotel room, the court had already answered. Ain't never answered that damn quick. And the court said only the more, not a more. They said the more can only claim that because the United States got to own millions gold. They got a bill, and they said to the Moors. So they not even accept the international arena until they pay this debt. That's why you see the United States not in the international arena. You see China and Russia always talking about international arena, and they never go. They come in with sanction and put the military in because they don't have no sovereign jurisdiction. I got that now. They've been running the yellow French flag since 1871. That's military. They lost their sovereignty. Take it or leave it alone. That's a fact, Jack. So your Congress don't have no damn sovereignty. That's why you got a debt. That's why you got trillions in debt because they can't write off the debt. Interesting, right? You're a
Very
sovereign
interesting.
country. You're a sovereign country. They say, but you can't write off your debt. You gotta enslave your citizens, enslave their great grandkids to pay off a $34 trillion debt that you can write off if you have some type of sovereignty that you claim that you out there in the world claiming you got sovereignty. Because 100 million in gold, y'all, what I do? I wrote a 999 sextillion. That's 21 freaking zeros. A bond that we moving the ship that's under your house. Well, they say they got $34 trillion debt. That's a drop in the bucket from what I just wrote. So you can see the equity of the gold under the Constitution 4. So let's get that straight. Every Constitution is equity. So if you got any cats that claim they got a Constitution, you hear them out there talking all the time, especially the organization. Well, even these countries out here, these sovereign republic states they claim, these states out here in the UN, okay? If that Constitution ain't got no equity on it, it's just a fucking Constitution to control the people. They give you some type of citizenship and follow by their rules and all that. That's all. They ain't got no equity. That's why they got to bar from the United States and be in debt them forever. Because they ain't got no sovereignty. They ain't got no equity in the Constitution. So you got these cats, that's why you got these cats, these Muslim crews and all these corporations, all that. Say they got a nationality, got a Constitution. I said, for what? What? You can't step outside this jurisdiction, do nothing with it. You can't argue about it in court or it sound good on Facebook. What else you gonna do with it? Last time I checked, Facebook wasn't no damn government. You feel me? Absolutely. So that's why I say they got this saying these wolf tickets. They have shows every other month talking about this, how the courts ain't got no jurisdiction, how this, how that, how this. You know, they hollering all that bullshit. More been saying that shit for 20, 30 years now. Still ain't getting nowhere. Good talking piece. You know what I'm saying? The pippy, you know, it's like a community shit. Same thing Drew Ali said they're gonna do. You know, one hand feed the other. So they got this little following with Moors and they help each other survive, all that bullshit. You know, trying to form a brotherhood. They ain't got no damn culture or nothing. They can't even speak a language. Them motherfuckers say they Muslim. What the fuck is a Muslim? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? At least they say Muslim means what? One's a peace. So what's a Muslim? Yeah. Y'all can catch that day. I'll let you swallow your slobber for a second, all right?
Right. I do remember Todd speaking about what it meant. And
but you got to be, you don't want to throw people's names out of something like that unless you're gonna, you know.
Okay.
You know, so you ain't one of his on his, so you need to be careful on that. Okay.
Right. Some of the teachers that I've listened to, they gave breakdowns of certain things, and well, the follow up to that question, Emperor, was I also had inquired about Noble Drew Ali and him being the 5th Marquis. I didn't know that before. Him being the 5th Marquis and you being the 8th. Can you kind of elaborate on it evolving from Noble Drew Ali to you? And
that's on other calls too, but we'll go over it quickly. Okay. The Demon Song Rouge line came from the French monarchy after the revolution. All right. So the French Revolution. So under that process, when they cut King Louis XVI head off, okay, because remember he was absolute. So with that revolution, he became what? Executive. So he became executive monarch. They was able to get them files and find out about that treaty with Moors and all that, and they called it treason. They cut his head off next day. Him, Anna Marie. Okay. Well, their children inherit the throne, and they oldest French boy, he died before that, and the daughter married what was that boy? When he became a king, I think of France. What was his name? Well, I get it in a minute. And then you had Louis XVII that came to America, who wed Saint Sayed Ayah Maria of the Washita royal bloodline. So it ain't like he came over here and gave her some of his juice, because he lost his juice because what? The revolution ain't no monarchy no more, so he ain't got no more juice. He's a king, the 17th. So when Louis the 18th come along, if they ask the question, you go read up in Wikipedia, the part they're gonna give you is why you didn't take it 17th. And he said, I think I ain't read this in years, but don't quote me, but it was that was his cousin that he didn't want to dishonor. That's why he took 18. And I just thought it was so vague because you got to be knighted, you know, like you got to be a ceremony to have a title as Louis the 17th. You just, if anything, if he died according to them at 12 in the prison, he would just been a prince, crown prince. So why would you reserve that spot that you supposed to take? Because Louis 17 was still living in America. You starting to get me? And he had a bloodline or a seed over here through the Watchtower, who and that was who? Henry the Turners, who came up through South County, where I grew up at. Okay, it wasn't just out in Mississippi; it's all South County bloodline. So through that Henry Turner and that bloodline, it came up through the around the fifth Marquis. That's when Gerald Lee came in through his mama, sir.
Right.
So these is direct bloodline. So after Gerald Lee, you know, Empress, well, came to her husband John, but he passed, and then Empress took it. She brought it over from Turner. I mean, it's all explained in Declaration, Imperial CMYE Declaration Decree, Imperial Note 9, in there. I'll tell you the whole story, our story on it, and so Drew Ali became the fifth one to keep the rules, and that's what people don't understand is that if you look at some of the photos he took, and the one with the sash on, that's royalty. So he said a prophet. Okay, you got plenty of people out here being a prophet. You know, you hear them dead alone, all them niggas. You got people out here claim to be preachers now and say they a prophet. Come on. So they look at him. So why did he get so much standing outside of all the other cats claim to be some prophet? You know what I'm saying? All that crap. Okay. Why would he? Because they knew his bloodline. Deuce Ali, if you know what to know, or read our story in the Holy Tablet. Deuce Ali who trained him. So because you look at some picture of him and Mark Garvey, Gerald looked at him like, you know, you ain't on the shit over here. I'm the shit. You feel me? Because of the bloodline he got. That was real bloodline. That's why you think they came in and did a corporate, when the Pope them came in 29, when they did a corporate soul. They called Gerald Lee, they do what? Same thing I did. Attach his bloodline back to the line. That's what I did. But I came along pulling the horse pulling the cart, not the cart pulling the horse. You feel me? So that's where we at now. But y'all can go to the next slide, because he's probably scaring the hell out of a lot of people.
Right. I yield, Emperor.
Yeah.
Okay,
come
we
on.
have a question from YouTube.
Come on, what you got?
El Kiamon asked if you could touch on the immigration crisis.
What about it? Oh, touch on it. It just, I mean, as you coming out, I mean, they flooding the market because they ain't know where people ain't got nowhere to go. So it's all a game. But you know, as you come out, they can nationalize it on you, they can go anywhere they want. But we said that back in the day when they were allowing a lot of Mexicans over because they knew we would get ready to come out with Yamasee. Because we done had it with the Yamasee government back in the day. We had issues. We had some issues with the border control down in Florida, let's say in Texas, because of the contract we had with this family in Mexico. And some of them were cartel members, and they would come across the line with different names, everything on our venue. And that's why I rejected that contract right then. But anyway, so they've been knowing about us a whole while. So they know these people that sit in the line, they come under you. They can go anywhere they want in the world. Yo, look at my international ID. So you got that kind of venue. So they trying to get as many as they can under that what? The birth certificate. That certificate. So they can get that contract out of. You feel me? They can make that do with me off that birth certificate. That's what they doing. Before they lose it, they come over and get it nationalized. But you see, we ain't moving that fast for that anyway. And we're not gonna move that fast. Why? Because we got to create a whole green card process. Because you got to sit for at least a year now. If we coming out this slow, where you can qualify yourself for a certificate of standing to make sure you know who we are and rolling with us. You feel me? So that's why it's taking long for some, get certain things done. We got to set it up properly because we ain't got time to look back no more. If that makes sense to everybody. I yield.
Makes sense.
Okay, thanks for that, Emperor. We have another question, Shujar. From Shujar, what's the difference between sacrifice and offering?
Well, you sacrifice yourself. That's, I mean, you sacrifice. I ain't getting to all that. Offerings when you offer, you know, for certain sayings you do, chanting enchantment you do. That's an offering to solidify the saying or say you worthy. You know, past saying was right. You know, because you got to put your energy into the sayings or ritual, whatever name make you feel good. Sacrifice for what? I mean, why would you sacrifice yourself to anything? Because ain't nobody came and gave you nothing. Ain't nobody came and gave you no salvation. So why would you sacrifice everything? So you see people sacrifice themselves to Christ. Well, that's them one that top talking about in the Ember tablet, where they blink themselves out of existence. But they want to make like this life is so great when it's only 50, 80 years. You feel me? And they blink out existence. You know, they got all that testosterone in their 20s, 30s, and 40s, but you know in their 50s, late 40s, 50s, 60s, you know, they running back to the church because they scared to die by themselves. You feel me? You know, they won't, you know, but like the old head said a long time ago, your God or their God, they call Jesus, whatever. They say what? He wants you when you're young. You feel me? He don't need you when you're old. So what everybody doing? When they're young, they out there doing what? Screwing out every hole on the body now. You know what I'm saying? Worship everything in the sun. All hoochie mamas, gayism, all that shit. And then when they get older, what happens? You got to go back to the Lord. Like, what the hell I want you for now? You feel me? You didn't know me then, but now you want me now. You got, you got all these sisters out here, all these women claiming this breast cancer crap. You feel me? They the one who took that damn pill. But now they want the whole world to suffer because they took a pill that gave them to spit up their crap in their breast. But now they got all these ribbons to, worshiping their ass because they took the pill. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I know y'all say, boy, you wild. For real. They couldn't even speak to you. You pass with them niggas every day, they when you speak, turn your head the other way. But now you got to support them because they got some kind of, because they took a pill and messed up their whole reproductive system, and you got to suffer. The whole world got to suffer because, have remorse for them. Like, get the hell out of here. I'm like the Cleon, you know what I'm saying? Throw that nigga out of the universe. Hell with it. You feel me? Come on.
Okay, there are no more hands up and nothing in the chat. I'll turn it back over to Mesray.
Okay. So we continue as we scroll through these slides. As we scan the Imperial and Imperial Royal Annals months of January 2022 through August 2022, we remind you to bear witness to the magic of the opening of...
What are you talking about? August 2022. It's January 2022 to September 2023.
Yes.
That's the whole point. The August 2022, that you lost me there, Miss Correct.
No, I was just referencing the previous calls on the live that we did. So we did January to August 2022, and now we're beginning with September. So I was just going. Okay. So okay.
We've been doing live call since every month. Okay, and then in June, remember, we had a new moon. We had a summer solstice call. Remember?
Yes.
In June, and then we had July full moon, August full moon, and this. So we've been on every month since January on full moon call this year, 2023, not 2022. Okay, we good now?
Yes.
That's that recall, y'all. That's that recall civic method, right? Come on.
Right. So okay. We continue. The gates of hell that took place on 28 January 2022, on 29 January 2022, Storm Malik hurled through Scotland, signaling the curses and trials of our ancestors were released. Officials in authority followed suit with posthumous pardoning the witches of Scotland, plus Mother Earth Ta continues to balance and reveal secrets and curses to uplift humanity. Moreover, Gates of Hell opening includes a catalyst of 1 million immortal fire deities showcasing their presence, loyalty, and freedom to Emperor, space, some who a minute dash ray, quote, Adeloye, end quote. Remember the smiley face on the sun? Remember the reveal of the quote, Phoenix Master, end quote, and the unprecedented activity that has been occurring on the sun since February 2022. Check the record. All has aligned with the 70 plus 7 plus 4 prophecy fulfilled. Every month, we express our Nama culture, giving gratitude and recognition to the changes of the planet, celestial energies, and the powers that are evolving to accommodate the Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic. Okay. So.
Hold on, bro. You lost everybody. Now, where are you reading from? Because they going through the screen and you talking.
So,
I'm like, yo, you know, where you reading from? What were you reading? What month were you reading?
All right. I was introducing these slides that we went
What
through.
slides?
The slides from January 2022 to August 2022, which we went
Well,
through.
you got to read them because they could be questions. We had these calls back in the day. We took them off the wire. So to be scanning them, I got that part. We got a 3-day event here.
Okay.
So it's a royal bloodline, 70 weeks. So whatever y'all discuss, you know, like I say, I'm freezing with y'all, but you got to go back up to March.
All right. Slide 10, please.
Yeah, so you got to go back up to March and read this stuff and read this slide and come on down, okay?
Okay.
So I don't know why y'all was agreed upon, but you got to give a clarity because we done took these videos off the line. It's for y'all viewing now, but it's not for the public viewing. So you got to give a quick explanation because we done did this a couple months ago, but we got to run through it right quick. We doing this in 3 days, so ain't nothing to dwell on. But if you got a question, you got to read this so they can have, you know, they can get an understanding. That makes sense, Steve?
Makes sense.
All right, come on, let's dance.
So we are January 2022 to new moon, that sovereign observance 6, fire lit inside the dweller emperor, never to go out. After seeing the image shown to him from his childhood. On the 8th, Noble Jew Ali, peace be upon him, traveled the earth plane in 1886. The 5th Marquis de Mission rules Imperial Crown Prince. On the 10th, US reports 1.34 million new COVID-19 infections, a global record, with Omicron variant accounting for an estimated 95% of reported cases. On the 15th, underwater volcano Unga Hospi erupts, spewing an ash plume of 20 kilometers in the atmosphere, in parentheses, atmosphere, causing a tsunami that covered Toga, with shock waves being felt in New Zealand. On the 23rd at 1:35 a.m. on Peggy, peace be upon her, transitioned, in parentheses, cleared path. On the 25th, talk of the quote, coming of the Messiah and plenary alignments. News media published an article heralding the coming of the quote Messiah. Astronomers say a supernova will light up skies in 2022. Rabbis say it will herald the coming of the quote Messiah in quotation. On the 25th January, we continue. A dust storm envelops the Arabian Sea. NASA Earth Observatory, a sensational dust storm, a substantial dust storm enveloped the Arabian Sea. Fumes of desert dust affected populated areas around the basin. As wind carried the particles over Karachi and Mumbai, numerous other cities experienced degraded air quality. The visible infrared image above was acquired from the radiometer suit, in parentheses, VIIRS, on the NOAA-NASA SAMU NPP satellite.
All right, so this stuff right here is something that was going on through this 70-week journey that caught our attention. Okay, now this one up top here is my Aunt Peggy. Okay, so in my Aunt Peggy, that's why I told you, that's when I sent out the public notice press release, you know, for the 28, 27, 28, 29. When I sent it out, we sent it out on the 22nd. That's interesting, right? And then on 23rd at 1:35 in the morning, my aunt died. That's my number. So when you coming out the way I came and being who I am, death already show up. Okay. When somebody say I got an echo, okay, death already show up. So she came and took that part of my journey. So that's why I call her name to bring her up, because she took that part away as I was emerging. See, so then that came right at the beginning. Because remember, we started sending out emails at 8 o'clock at night, and at 1:35, that's when she passed. So that's why that's in there, to clear that up. All right. So everybody cool?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
And it's live. So when we go back through down the road, newcomers, everybody looking at the video, if they got questions, they can write them up and we deal with them. Okay. So let's keep moving.
Okay.
Y'all did good.
We continue.
They put this together though. I told them I'm freelance with them. They've been doing their little work. They're putting it together. So good work. Come on.
We continue. The absolute royal sovereign emperor, Samu Amini Ray, quote, Adeloye, end quote. Opener of the gate, correction, opener of the de jure gates of hell. On the 26th.
Slow down, man. What that mean?
That's when the fire lit inside you and the de jure.
Nope. So I said, slow down. You're reading too fast. Come on. It says, open up de jure gates of hell.
Gates of hell.
De jure mean what? That's sovereign gates of hell. So they gave you a gate of hell, or they gave you a hell, they claim. But remember, it's de facto. It didn't exist because they knew your system. That's why they keep telling you keep coming back around. So if you keep coming around, they make you ain't burning hell, right? Common sense, right? You didn't catch that, did you? You slow down for you? You walk it back.
Yes.
You walk real slow for you. If you come around every cycle, so zodiac, the Piscean era, Aquarian age, all that, every cycle you come back around. If you know how to program yourself. So you got some of you come around quicker than that, but we're gonna leave it on just on the 12 houses, okay? So you looking at 12 houses and you come around every 12. So that make you, your soul ain't dead. So how you burn to hell? So that was a trick they got you to follow that religion. So I came in with my authority. I created digital hell because I got to clean this house up. I got to clean the earth up. So now I'm burning your ass out of existence. I ain't got no problem. You burn yourself out of existence. I just gave you the leeway in the hell for you to go, because that ignorance and that worship outside of who we are and what's going on, that's gonna burn itself out. It's only gonna last for a amount of time, and that time is up because I'm here. See, the one they say before we coming, all that stuff is happening now. But remember, they got that stuff programmed for who? 20 what? What was it, y'all? 2040, 2041? When they so-called, because they went, remember, they went with the King James version 1611. So they calculated 430 with that, okay? So you came along, opened up in this year, 2022, and 2022. So that's why you see everything is adjusting. You know, they're attempting to adjust, you feel me? So, but it's your time. So as you, like I told you in January, what is it now? 500 and what? 600 and what? 608 days. What's today? 28, 29. 609 days. Damn, that's interesting, right? 609. God damn. On full moon. Y'all caught that right. I said some days, 609 days. It's in my rule. So you coming to your seat. So I've been rolling 609 days. I done went through everything that they claim you supposed to go through. So here I am shining. Okay. So what we got? Man, night coming in. You might can't see my light, but it'll be all right. So come on, Miss Carre, what you got?
Yes, yeah, we continued on the 26th solemn ceremony. On the 26th, a solemn ceremony was performed honoring HEM, all caps, ancestors. 28 to 29, opening of the de jure gates of hell. On the 28th, meteoroid PN2 was traveling between the moon and the earth. 28 to 30, Storm Malik and Carrie rips through Scotland with 147 miles per hour winds. On the 29th, the absolute royal sovereign emperor's reign began. All right. And as the emperor just stated, he's in the 690th day of his reign.
Okay, we have a question in the chat. De jure Sharu wants to know, I think the emperor already answered this partly. What's the de jure gates of hell and why was it created? Why did you create it? Okay, I want to take this time to remind all in attendance to tune in for the continuation of the 70+7+4 week reading of the prophecy of His Imperial Majesty's journey at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you will use the same ID and password that you used to get on to this call. Okay, Emperor, are you there? I don't know what happened. I think we might have lost him. Let me see.
You call? Come on.
I don't know if you heard the question or not. I think you answered it partly. It says, What's the door gates of hell, and why did you create it?
Oh, because I told you they gave you the fight those gates of hell. So that story that they stole to write about my bloodline, they create this hell to fear that you had to go this certain route because of their religious spell they created. See, so they create a Bible that's written by King James. Okay. So if you go out and look at Tracy's history, he tell you all about their court and everything. You feel me? So, and so they nothing holy about this man at all. So if you go through the lodge, they say him and Shakespeare the same person, 46 years old when he wrote the book. Go through the 46th chapter, 46 down, 46 up from the bottom, 46 down, shake, 46 up from the bottom, spear, Shakespeare. Then he's supposed to be King James. So you got all kind of different graphics going over years, but it was remember, they got the date wrong. So if they got the date wrong, that means they got the story wrong. So that's where we are now, because I opened up the gates of hell. So they got the story wrong. Because the contract they signed with the rulers of the world today, Vatican and all them, and their court, because they knew they had trapped the master. So they knew, they had the keys to the gates that they trapped the master. So they gave you this storyline that they can rule for 40, 30 years, or something will happen with a spell, and that certain thing that's supposed to transpire by then. Meaning you supposed to give all of your sovereignty, control everything about you, where you be a submissive soul to them forever, worshiping them. So you came down and shake the whole story. So this story will, this Jesus character, Joseph Species, I think it was, who wrote that story to keep them off of the royal family. So you got the Mary Magdalene with 3 children and all that story, Jesus, who got hung up on the cross, not Yeshua, his son, son of God, son, all that. So they keep missing all that verbiage. They keep you confused. So, because I got a royal bloodline, make you like you come from some virgin, you got to be all holding it down, all that crap. So that's some Superman story from the comic books that you got you believing in. So in that story, they give you what hell, de facto. So the story de facto. So the story de facto, hell de facto. It's in your damn imagination. They can't tell you what hell is, they can't tell you what heaven is. You feel me? Because then back in the day, they scared the hell out of you, but now you got what do you call it? What's some cameras? I told you. They can look at the universe. What? What do you call them?
Telescopes.
There you go. What is that? Where you see the universe, different galaxies. Said it
The Hubble telescope.
Solarium. So they can see everything. Forward, backward, everything. So they know that that's a straight up made up story. Because now you can look out there, you say you can't get to heaven. Their satellite can't even find heaven. Because they realize now that the universe go beyond. So that whole made up story. See what I'm saying? Like you look up and that's heaven. Come on, man. So now you see it's beyond your comprehension. So you'll never get there in your lifetime going around the sun. So you got hope and someone can die for you on your end. But you ain't 99% of the time now. You dying without a memory. You feel me? So if you dying without a memory, well, if you don't know who your Christ is or your God is or your Allah is before you die, how the hell are you gonna save you? Because you don't know who the hell you is. So look at people dying now. They ain't got no sense at all. These are the same people that were teaching in the 60s and 70s about some religion, some God gonna save you from yourself. Now they don't know who they is. They can't even find the Bible from them. They can't even find a fault. You feel me? And it started early. They just didn't see it coming. And they put all this hope into some fiction God that ain't never showed up. Can't show up, won't show up because it's fiction.
So that's why they got de facto here. So in my case, me come to my seat and people don't cross me, I ain't giving you no damn another chance to come back around. So I created de jure here because I got a live fire. So I can build your ass out of existence. That makes sense to you? Remember I told you I never tell y'all nice, right? We good? They help you out. All right, I yield.
Okay. You can go ahead, Akiba.
I was going to turn it back over to you. There's nothing in the chat.
All right, so let's move to the next slide. Okay, February 2022, we continue. On February 1st, new moon starts, Aquarius, in parentheses, representing freedom, autonomy / our needs, with sun flares increasing. On the 9th, a geomagnetic storm takes out 40 Starlink satellites sitting in low Earth's orbit. On the 14th, sun flares are rising as brilliant Venus and Moon gather in the Beehive cluster. We continue to the 14th as well. In and around this day is Imperial and Imperial Royal Majesty, receive treasonous allegations from the de facto clan chief, Black Hawk, aka Derek, in parentheses, Homie Sanders L. On the 15th, massive flare erupts on the sun, in parentheses, most epic. Waxing gibbous lunar phase 98% illuminated. From 13 days, the young moon is in Leo. Any questions on this slide?
Yes, host, Salam alaikum Magic, it's Harjed, Sobeki Bray. My question is, who is de facto clan chief, Black Hawk, and what were the allegations that he put to his Majesty?
Emperor, are you there?
Okay, let's read that question again. That on the 14th, in and around this day, is Imperial and Imperial Royal Majesty received treasonous allegations from de facto clan chief Black Hawk, aka Derek, in parentheses, Homie Sanders L. Protector, are you there? All right.
To the next slide.
Yes, let's proceed to the next slide until the protector return, and we can go back to this question. February 16th, the full moon sitting at 28 degrees of fixed fire sign Leo for 13 days, called the snow moon. The huge prominence emerged about 10 days prior, hovering over the sun's surface for about 2 days, causing an eruption, thereby throwing a coronal mass ejection, CME. On the 19th, the emperor spoke to the master elder, in parentheses, old man, and it was revealed that 1 million immortal souls are being released from hell a day, and 1 million people are dying a day. On the 24th, February 2022, we continue. Russia begins special operation in Ukraine, which developed into a major escalation of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, which began in 2014. This happened 22 days after opening the gates of hell. Anyone wants to comment on this?
Okay,
Okay.
No questions in the chat. And no hands up. We can go on to the next slide.
March 2022. HEM all caps became Crown Prince, in parentheses CL, claim of life, 2004, 18-year anniversary. March 4th, also 2022, 35 million immortal fire deities since 28 January 2022. On the 8th, witches in Scotland were pardoned and apology made following a campaign for legal pardons and historic justice for the people, primarily women, convicted of witchcraft and executed in Scotland between 1563 and 1736. On the 18th, sovereign observance, full moon. We continue with the 18th. Imperial-motu proprio / royal official decree / public notice to the world, signed and sealed at a magical park in North Carolina. HEM all caps redefined United States of America major as the CMYE-IRK via the Imperial CMYE-IRK government for the Republic.
All right, so what you got here?
All right. We had a previous question. Yes, we had a previous question from one of the slides in regards to February 14, 2022, in which it states, in around this day is that Imperial and Imperial Royal Majesty receives treasonous allegations from the de facto clan chief.
Oh, that was, yeah, that was 18, yeah, 14, 15, yeah, that was around that time. That was, I mentioned that a while ago. That's when that fire lit again. So he was just clarifying that he's the agent. Go see. Remember, I stepped on the scene for real. With that brother, what was his name? I know we had him. I know his name over here, but on that side, he claimed to be a pharaoh. But you know, pharaoh without no venue, just craziness. But anyway, we talked about we was on the ship, but he out there, but he back out there. But I came online with him 15 October. So from that point, and me calling everybody out, you know, to step out, they've been talking shit for 30 years. So now I come out on saying, I'm calling all out. That's what I'm supposed to do. But they've been living off my jurisdiction since 2004. Them cats up there in Philly ain't had nothing. Oh, that great seal paperwork with nothing but a sovereign citizen paperwork. Been that way across the whole country. So
that was that last whole card, because he was able to experience a little bit of the full faith and credit as custodian of the government. Once he became clan chief, when he got appointed clan chief or degree clan chief, that state became vacant. So he had no authority to do nothing. So he didn't understand the state. So when he established himself on the IRS as a non-resident alien court, and then giving out 30 number from that 30 number that was established through the IRS, they were giving out charters to that he cast out here, running on that charter crap. They can do that themselves. They ain't got no sovereignty, they ain't no government. And so he was using the blue belt to get certain things done to make it seem like he got all this granted authority. But I mean, when I talked to that client at 17, he talking about if he understood it, if he knew certain authority he ain't used. I said, boy, hush. You forgot who you talking to. If you knew you had that type of authority, you would have been get it. But he didn't know because he didn't have it. So that's when he came at me with that. That's why I had to write the motu proprio. And see, so it was a double-edged sword. See, so the motu proprio, they had to go open up file 13 in Gainesville, Georgia, to open up that case with the post office and the state of Georgia. That, I was all on screen. All them, people don't know. They had me on screen for a whole month. Somehow I was trying to embezzle. We were trying to embezzle millions of dollars in post office. So you ain't heard nothing else in that case. Well, that case called what they call file 13. So that motu proprio that I read, I had to show him that not only I had authority to write one, is that my authority went above the Pope. That's why I wrote a Imperial -motu/proprio. You feel me? Because that's the highest order or highest paper that the Vatican or the Pope can write. So I got more authority than him, so mine came with Imperial. So you took it up that level, and then you got the post office owing you billions because a sovereign can't crush another sovereign. So when they hit me, I won the case. I'm sovereign. I was sovereign of 2 states. So they lost their sovereignty. So they've been paying me weekly or daily based on my security agreement until we get the court open to I can sell that where we at now with the appointment. That's billions. So you see, so I'm way outside of these madness that these cats want to control people to be some type of model because they can give you some de facto ID you get into the library with the amnesty. You can't get ID the rest of us. But, and then, so it's just, that's what that happened. So that help you out. I ain't want to get too deep on that. That help you out.
Yes, Protector. Thank you so much. Thank you. I yield.
Okay, we have a question in the chat from Hooney Ray. Emperor, what do they do to blank our minds, as you say, when we pass on?
What question you got?
From Hooney Ray.
Oh, come on.
He asked Emperor, what do they do to blank our mind, as you say, when we pass on?
You want to go there? All right. Since you want to go there. Well, the priests of men, accordingly, created a zone through Mars planets to keep your soul from leaving because you weren't properly groomed to go out in the universe the way. So that's why they got a trap. So when you die, your brain get wiped. Like execution. They wipe your brain. Then they give you that light where you seek that light, and then you choose, like I said, they say you choose your parents through your bloodline to come right through when it's your time. You can't jump. So that's why they, so you're gonna burn the hill until your time, that's what they say. All that. But that blank when you die, they blink your mind. So the more famous you is, that's the more you get more electrocuted. So you see how these people dying now, they ain't got no damn brain. So they just getting a touch. So they ain't got nothing to come out with. They don't know nothing. So you got to be a master to consume yourself, because Tom said, and I've been learning, and you kind of know it, but you got to center yourself when death approach. And you have to focus on the positive things you have done in life and the wisdom you have learned in life. So when that crossover do happen, it's a change. You know, it's not a death when you get blank. You bringing everything back with you, and you knowing stuff. So that's what I meant on that level when they say they blank your mind. That's why generals can send all these troops to the war and fight for a damn flag, because they know they're gonna get blanked any damn way and get back in line. So what the fuck? You feel me? So they already know. That's why I was like back in the day, I'm like, so how can they just come get their family a flag when they know their son was gonna die in this or their daughter gonna die in this project or this mission they was on? Because they know you never come back around. So they had to get groomed through their training so they can present your family with a flag or whatever, you feel me, for your service to the government. I should have dropped something on y'all, but I'm gonna leave you alone. Make them real mad. Is that DD4 214? That's worth 10 mil. I'm gonna leave it at that, right? For those who don't know, they give you disability for it, but that's a bomb. Remember, that was a voucher when you got out. Remember, you had to sign a voucher and they sent you at 214. Well, that voucher paid the defense. All right, and then they give you disability to become a guinea pig on drugs. So they help you out. We good on that light now?
Yes, we are clear on that light.
All right. That's where we at now. This sheet.
Could we return to slide 14, please? Okay. February 2022 continues.
Well, hold on, man. That should be a question right here that you missed. I might need to speak on. Go back one. What's out of February? Okay. No, go back. I'll go forward then. You missed the slide where it's talking about the playing with life. That would have been where you at? Come on. Where the claim of life at then? Go back one. All right here. Okay. Number 4 right here. So that should have been a question. But it said became crown prince. So that claim of life, that date went middle. That's blood oath. So I took a blood oath on that day. And it was funny, the same day they got the Constitution, right? 4 March 204. And they did the Constitution 4 March 1789. See how I was in tune with everything? They didn't even know it, right? So then 22 and 18 year. Okay, so March this year, I'm in 19 year, y'all. 19 Supreme Mathematics. So that was a claim of life that we took the whole day when middle class to a whole nother level, but we was outside everybody's zone, because David Mill taught us that we create our own claim of life because we had our own venue, that we copy claim our flags. Now we won't have to worry about 200 years now somebody try to copy claim your flags. So we copy claim all of them. United Wabash Nation Moors, the Washington Star, the 48 Star, the Cedar Tree flag, all of them. We copy claim every damn flag that was sitting out there in the water, but we, pirates. They was sitting out there vacant. So we had to come dock them, but they didn't have nowhere to go. That makes sense to everybody now?
Makes sense, Emperor.
Makes sense. Okay, we have a hand up. Aaron, you have the floor.
Once again, Assalamu alaikum, Magic, Emperor. You kind of prompted another question about when you were just speaking about getting blanked and getting electrocuted. I was just wondering, since our minds get blanked, and we go back through the cycle of reincarnation. Okay, the way I'm hearing you say it, are you saying that the spirit gets blank because the mind is under the spirit? And so when your spirit gets blank, when your mind gets blank, that means another way of saying your spirit. So you go back through the cycle of reincarnation because you didn't go through a de jure heaven or hell. And heaven or hell being the permanent, I guess, trip that you take when you decide involuntarily not to, I guess, be taken to this place. What I'm saying is, basically, are you saying that when we get blanked, we go back through the cycle of reincarnation, and if we become like Thoth or become like Tehuti, we actually can do it voluntarily?
That's Tom.
Okay.
But you gotta realize the myth that they try to make Tom to a Greek mythology myth.
Okay.
The Tom, the Anunnaki, or you call them temporary Egyptians with the eye.
Right.
They had eyes of fire. You got eyes of material. So when you see Tom speaking at a certain level, he's talking to the dweller, and the dwellers who they are, and then he's talking to them because he got eyes of fire. So he millions of years before you mortal, he created you. So you reading his teachings, you can't carry yourself on his level because he got a picture look like he got human eyes. You know what I'm saying? No, they have eyes of fire. They see your soul. They have no need of no spirit because it don't exist in the soul world. That's something they created from the 3 degrees we gave them. Okay?
So what is our mind?
In Egypt. We only gave them 3 degrees.
My apologies, Emperor. So what is the, okay.
You're talking about time, and that cycle is outside your zone. When you're looking at the cycle, you with the earth and the time you got in this body, we say 120 to 150. Okay. Well, you can't make it to 80 and have a kid. So you already start reproducing. Okay, so your whole lifespan stopped. So you got a privilege from the Anunnaki who created you. So you can live 120 years. You don't even want that damn privilege. You take 60, 55, all this bullshit, and that's half that journey. So you got that long journey. Why? So you can manifest yourself to become a being again. But you got these short journeys through the way you eat and party and faith in something that don't exist. Now you see why you keep coming around. So now you want to know about all these cycles about when you leave here. You can find out all that yourself in your journeys.
Right. You're right. That's what I was saying. We go right back.
Like I don't want to give everybody an answer. Ain't no answer to give. But you know, I can give you a whole lot of stuff. But why? Why good? You know, they ain't gonna pay you tomorrow. Ain't gonna buy no damn eggs. You know, put on your damn plate. So my whole thing is that that's some stuff that's gonna be taught through your university anyway.
Right.
But you gotta stand on the square, confidently understanding how to run your ship. So them zones, you may think of death don't exist here. If death follow me, okay, death said what? Because he can speak, remember? So you got all these niggas out here talking about they can talk for death. You know what I'm saying? But death got his own voice, remember?
Right.
So you don't need to talk for death. So death says what? He says what? I wouldn't even exist without the light. Well, I'm a light being because death follow me. You feel me? So I have to be able to light being. Because outside of that, he has no fear. His job is to take you when that expired time that you agreed to come. Because you see some people that, dang, that person be dead. But that contract they signed said they're gonna be here for 78 years. Okay. Well, they 58 or whatever, and they look like they 90. But that's what they did to their own self. And you see them suffer all the years. Why? But that's the contract they had. They can't leave their contracts up.
Wow.
For 90-some years, they ain't got no sense. Should have been dead some sense.
Right.
But that's what the contract ended. You feel me? The death ain't just running
Wow.
wild out there. He got contract. So you already signed the contract. So you know when he should pick your ass up. Y'all ain't catch that deal. I'll leave you alone, right? I'll leave you alone.
No. Elaborate on that one, Emperor, because that's what we trying to find out if we well.
How death know to come get you when your time to die?
Right.
I'm just questioning. Because you signed the contract. That's a busy energy. He ain't got time to play games. Because you got some people get out there tomorrow and be so, man, oh, I won't death. I was all right. He coming. So don't ask for it too hard. But when your time up, you ain't got to worry about seeing him. That's his job. Death. You feel me?
Emperor, can you provide us with a remedy to get out of that?
Who you from? What you believe? How many time you pay? How many? You don't give a damn. When that clock rings, and your time to go.
Emperor, can you give us some relief? Hey, you said that we can actually go into the Psalms 91 and the Psalms 5. You said.
What about it? It's just that's something for us that I get odd numbers. They ain't up be discussed on this phone, bro. You gotta be more.
Right.
You get on the ship, stop trying to bring everything on this call.
Right. Okay. I understand. I understand.
All right.
Right. I definitely want to train. So that's the thing I'm looking for too with that particular interview. But keeping in step with the topic at hand, though, your rule also came with the blue kachina.
Well, I know.
Right.
It's
and we are.
You gotta realize, show that I know where. So it ain't something they've been watching. Okay, listen. They had the same symbol that you're gonna see down here late when you get down 2023 and September. That symbol they got. They had that same symbol last year. Same symbol, same month last year. Remember 2022. They shocked now how they got the same symbol in the sky in 2023. They shocked. Why? Because the universe keeps moving. So how you gonna have something appear last year, then it reappear this year? Interesting, right? But the difference is this year, it's got the other two ingredients that Revelation, all they say is coming with it. Well, all of a sudden, you see this kachina back in the day, we call them comets today, you feel me? Show up out of nowhere on the 12th of August. Well, if you know you've been on my ship, or you're on our ship, and you know my appointment when I win, 1st of August. See, so that's you coming to your seat. That's your appointment. You said, that's an amendment. Last one is the final one. All right. So so the State Department signed for it on the 17th. Well, that's 5 days after they discovered the comet.
Wow.
Kachina. Your government is already in motion. So when they say a comet bring or Kachina bring doom, they look at it as a doom comet. Because of the transition, you going from the Piscean era to the Aquarian age. This is the official final warning of it. Because you got a warning back in 20, we wrote that whole piece on it, when you became zero reference Aquarius. That's the only time you're going to cross over to the next house is zero reference. So we got zero reference on 21st December 2020. That when you crossed into the Aquarian age. Regardless of what all them cats said back in 2012, all that was all whatever. You was witnessing it because you got 0 point reference Aquarius. You flip. So that was 2020, 2023. You see? So you see the state coming in because every era you have a new country coming in. So this is your country coming in. And the Piscean era who came in? Who came in?
Wow. Your boy Ether.
Come on.
Right.
That's what they were doing. Killing every damn body who didn't kneel to the cross.
Yeah. Everybody that didn't bow.
That's right. So you see how they came in 2,000 years ago? And look what the damage they did for the 2024 with 2,000 to 2,400 years in that range. Okay.
Oh man, we jacked up. We jacked up.
Because of the in Lil in the getting the cut on the thigh.
with the bull. You feel me? So that got a cut. So that time got cut. So that 24, you're supposed to be you down for 20, 24, then that time zone. That's what's happening right now. That's why this era coming in early. But some say, well, they gonna have another, 200 years. No, it's happening now. Because they don't understand time. They don't understand time from being over there in England. Tick tock, tick tock. Well, in the universe, there ain't no time. You feel me? There ain't no time.
We need that tick.
See? So
we need that tick. Forget about the top. We need the tick and the top.
You see, they got you on that tick tock. They got you on the what? The first. They got you on the second. See?
Got me on the second.
That's all they got. They got the top. You got the tick. So they got to keep that tick. So they control you on the top. That makes sense to you?
10 seconds to live. And then you come back too. Okay, I that's all I have for now. I yield.
All right, come on. Who that? I see a hand up.
There are no more hands up and there's nothing in the chat. You can go on to the next slide.
Y'all didn't talk about these witches getting partners starting? Y'all didn't catch that, did you? Y'all know I put that affirmation out there and then they came with. So y'all said they want to listen to me, right? Well, yeah. They said what they say, right? Well, in Scotland, they pardon all the witches. You think they didn't hear my call? Y'all look at my call and say, oh, they only got 1,000 views. Okay, well, that 1,000 views got the main one looking, okay? And listen to every damn thing we say. Because they came out and did what? They pardon all the witches. I didn't hear what I said because I cursed from past hell, through hell, in hell, out of hell, past hell, created new hell for the ass, what they did to the royal family. You feel me? Y'all see them came down, right? You got the moto proprio. Okay, then I redefine you. Okay. All right, cool. Let's dance. I got you. I told y'all freelancing with you, but they did this, y'all, for the world. So they did good work. I've been so busy. So they called me on the call. I might come. I told them I give it to them, see what they got. So they doing good. So they getting better, right? Y'all been traveling with us, right? All right, so yes, it is dealing with the March 22 continues. That's all right, there you go, y'all. They were talking about Christian rapture. We were talking about all that stuff going on in the sky. I remember last year. Then you got spring equinox. It's our new year for us. Okay, new year starts first spring, first new moon. We got that part. And they say ancient Egypt found tombs and everything. They say discover tombs. See, we came from the school where we was taught that how you know they didn't want to be discovered, not them discovering them. They allowed them to find them because it was their time to what? Regenerate. Why? Because they kept the blood tissue inside, so they knew in this day and time they can regenerate themselves. What? The great coming light that's coming in. Y'all missed that part. We don't keep going, all right? Then you got 24 kilometers south on Cairo. Then you got 5th March, 24th March to 5th April. Then you got planetary alignment. That was cool. Y'all remember? From Pluto, Saturn, Mars, and Jupiter. So you see all that stuff happening within my zone. Come on, next slide. We can catch up right quick. All right, then you got here, April, Imperial Bureau aims for CMYE, that's RKR. You got a new moon on April, Empress Veriasi, quote, Tierra, end quote, Washington, dash Turner Ghostin, L dash Bay, parentheses, that means peace be upon her, in parentheses, her Earth Day, 1937. Where's the Earth Day at? It's by Earth Day, and that'd be an Earth year. So that's a typo. So get that straight before I sign in, all right? Then you got Empress Director 0004Z, ICCMYE. What was that? 213, 9-year anniversary. Yeah, okay, that's true. The 9-year anniversary. Supreme Mathematics. Within my 70 month. Then also on the 3rd April, Executive Director 0001, 214, 8-year anniversary, that's right. Then you got 9 Director that 004Z. That's the notification of different arrival. That's what y'all need to be asking all y'all characters out there. where their rival at? See why I got an appointment? Because they ain't got a rival. You got all the cats say they emperors, they sheiks, they ministers, they imams, they all that. That's where they different mental rival at then. See, because I got a different mental rival. I got a nose of apostle, you know what I mean? That means I'm telling them that I got my own format. Because I can write my own apostille. You understand it? Then you got United States. What it is? I the damn state. So that happened 2009, y'all. That's when Obama said what? The United States cruise ship now speedboat. Now y'all know who you talking to, don't you? 13-year anniversary on that note. You feel me? So that's off chain because we're in the 14th year now, and 14 is spiritual, 13 is magic. You feel me? So come on, you got a 15. I ain't even gonna tell it. What's this right here? What's this gonna be? What's this? I'll let y'all explain that one. Y'all got me. Come on.
Okay, 15. It's Cresnerianthus extincticus, an orange wildflower that is a member of the Cresneriaceae family, is rediscovered in Ecuador after being considered extinct for 36 years. The study of the flower discovered is published by the journal Phytokeys of the Field Museum in Chicago. So as you had mentioned earlier, in the sign of Aquarius, certain things has been coming out, revelation of things which was not seen for a long time. Like with the example you gave earlier with the tomb in
That's
Cairo.
it. Yeah.
Yes, so this is one of those wonders that showed itself after being considered extinct.
Okay. Oh, so that happened in that 7-year window. Okay, that's okay. That's cool. Then they got the rapture 2022. All the people talking, waiting on go, and then they leave. Y'all remember we went out. Y'all remember we went out looking. We said we went on the interstate. There were no cars side of the road. They went nothing out there. We went by some of the houses, the rich neighborhoods. They were still home, and they supposed to been gone. So we was just doing our best to figure out why they were still here. Because they supposed to be in rapture, y'all remember?
Yeah.
We was checking everybody what in their town, started looking around to see if they was gone. Because, should have had Bentleys and all that stuff up down the highway and mansions just open up, doors open, because they ain't coming back no more. They supposed to be gone. Well, they still here. We still got to deal with them niggas. So, it's getting kind of bad because now they pushing rapture every other day. They pushing it back a little farther. So they can keep this madness going, you feel me? So we were hoping they left them, remember? We were like, we want that thing, my call, y'all, we had that call, like, they still
Right.
here. Damn. Y'all some mad scientists. All right, so now this is for the world to see. Now this is Empress. Now she got this title, okay, because of bloodline, but she never had the venue to run it. She got the bloodline back through the Demonson rules. Okay. That's what she did with Archbishop. She the one that went down to 6th story below the White House with all the more, all your history. That's how I know it's there. But they told me firsthand, not her, Archbishop. Because he got part of that proof in my proof where we start talking about L. Eastmore, about the governor, the presidents before Georgia boy, all cap name. You feel me? That came from inside. Archbishop gave me that. That's what he got when he went in there with the Empress. When she got the land right, patent B to get the 68,000 plus acres back. That's when all that took place. You got me? So make sure y'all got my sister right here. And guess what, y'all? She died at 14. April. After what? The Constitution became certified in 14, out of year, city year. So she left right after I got the land. That's why she can go now. But her family don't even see that. They're so Christian, caught out, don't make no damn sense. See? And then I done called her up to sit at the gate till I get there. Call all of them. See? I ain't screamed her. Say, I'm a man of my word. You know? I call them all. All of them. You're all lying. I'm the 8. See, brothers keep. Oh, King Louis was Caucasian. All that shit. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Well, how can you be emperor? You got bloodline going back to Scotland, some say. Yeah, whatever. You bloodline all over. All of them my flag now. We got time to keep playing game, be clown. We got university travel. Earth to Hill and university travel. He playing these racist game, war game, credit games, all that bullcrap they playing. Time's up. Good riddance. All right, come on. Next slide. All right, well, we got April here, 22 continue. I know we got moderator, but I'm speeding up a little bit, if you don't mind. All right, so galaxy discovered. Oh, that's interesting. 13.5 billion light years away. See all that stuff happening, y'all? That happened in my 70 week. We didn't even know. Matter of fact, we didn't even know those 7. We didn't even think about those 70 weeks. 70 week didn't come to 18 February 2023, y'all. Although, listen, it ain't like we knew we was in this stuff. We were vibing, but that didn't come to reality to 2023. This 2022. All right, so you got a 16 sovereign observance full moon. 16 state of Georgia went into a state of emergency after the Imperial. That's most appropriate / official decree. That's public notice to the world. That's what I told you earlier. They had to go pull that document out. I told you I dropped in court. Okay, so that's part of the process. You had to get a file open in court so they can verify that you have a state. That's what I did. I ain't need no attorney to do that. I ain't need no more. I ain't need nobody but me. And guess what? It wasn't nothing you planned. It happened when I went in court. Let me tell y'all something wild now. Y'all can go knock down the Cobb County door. You can knock down the Bar Georgia door if you want to. Don't make me no different. You probably knock down the British Bar Association because they got it. But they got a tape of me. Oh, the doors opening. When I went in to discharge that cake with that blue bag, they got the doors opening when I walked in without my assistance. So I was down at the clerk office, right? Doing my best, file in before you go to court. And so they went around, the cab went around like the courtroom, like the clerks, like chicken with the head cut off. So then they came and said, oh, the chief judge said you got to deposit, you got to file that in open court. I got a court case. I'm already late. So I'm like, cool. Slap my thing in, slap them handcuffs back on my wrist, and I'm diplomat. I tell you, straight up diplomat. So I get up to the courtroom. So I'm trying, doing my best. I say, try. Counsel. I'm doing my best to, get in there. I'm not late. So when I get there, go around the corner, the door's open. So I'm like, oh shit. So I walk in, everybody looking at me. So I was like, that ain't gonna work. So what's her name? Workman. She said, well, come on in, Miss Sampson. So I get up there, I said, move. Why the hell everybody looking at me? He said, well, we trying to figure that out ourselves. I said, what? He said, well, about 15 seconds before you came through that door, them doors opened up by themselves. And everybody, the whole court stopped, and everybody looked back, and nobody came in. So then he said the sheriff that was standing by there, he went looked in the, they got a little area, a door here, area, and got another door, right? So he looked there and he opened the door, walked through both doors, and he looked in the hallway with nothing. So evidently, when he looked in the hallway, I must have been getting off the elevator. Because by the time he got back into the second door looking at the Judge Workman, until there ain't nothing out there, I was walking in the door. And I was like, what's going on? And I just left Ocean too, y'all. And, doing my Psalm 23, doing that week before that. So, like I said, I was preparing because that's all I knew. And they were coming at me with no glove, with no grease. You know what I'm saying? That's how we found out all judges get paid by the post office. I tell you, they said Darius had 10 years before I ain't went to court. Before I ain't got a bond. So that made the cases is settled behind. So all that stuff going on with this fight, no boy like this Trumpy boy, and he did all that himself. But what he's saying, he got some validity because the whole system's corrupt. I mean, I went through it. You know what I'm saying? I watched them create a warrant against Darius to say that he embezzled $5,000 from a being that don't exist, don't have a birth certificate, don't have a social security card, don't exist. Just because they want to get outside that contract that you're talking about right now, they create this fiction person to say that I embezzled 5,000 because they come with that false warrant, false arrest warrant. They know it's false all the while, but they get on this, act like they so righteous. It's the biggest crooked in the world. So you telling me before you even go to court to see the judge, you think in the first trial, they done gave you 10 years because they say that contract you got against with the post office. You know what I'm saying? They got to make sure they ain't in a contract. So that's why I say, you see, I had to figure it out. So I said, okay. So the post office, they couldn't lose, but they lost. Because my ex, well, I ain't gonna say ex, but friend that worked there, she was plant man secretary. It's called Nene. So you gotta look in Atlanta. You got air mail facility, okay? You got plant manager. Then you got North Metro, Duluth, Bars Road, got a plant manager. Then you got the Buck Mail Center, 285 West, plant manager. Then you got the main post office down on Hatfield, plant manager. Where her boss was the plant manager of all them plant managers. So they call him the senior plant manager. William, what's his name? Oh, that clown name. But all of them had given me a recommendation to become a supervisor. So in that conversation, because they said all of them withdrew their recommendation to become supervisor. And I asked her why, because the case was going on. And she said, because they said if you win your case, you're on the post office. Y'all catch that day. If you win your case, you're on the post office. So I couldn't find no attorney representative. Esquire, y'all say it, law, you need to be careful what you say, but they can never be no damn lawyer. Okay? That's a figment of your imagination. They're esquires, they're attorneys. That's why they practice color law, turn you over to the damn court. So these attorneys, they couldn't even touch me. What you got, we can't touch. Why? Because they touch what we got, they disbar. So now y'all see why I couldn't find nobody to stand on my represent. Even when the court opponent attorney stood up and I let him say, so you gonna stand up and represent me? That nigga said, no, and turned around and walked out of court. Told judge, I'm done. So, Willie Gray, the biggest law firm on East Coast, down from Miami, I think. I sent my case to him. And they signed for it on a Monday at 3:00. It was back in Georgia on Tuesday when me and the Moon was going to walk the Stone Mountain. You go to the P.O. box. He was back in my box. So y'all tell me how that happened. And then because we didn't think it went. So we opened up and said, neither him nor any of his attorney within his firm can represent me. And they wish me the best, good luck. You see, so nobody can touch me. So I was forced to go in the court, stand on my square. But who I had nobody but my government. And boy, look how I perform. Because you couldn't write no script. It had to happen instanter. At that time, you had to be present. So if you weren't there, you missed it. I give you a story on it, but if you weren't there, you missed it. That makes sense to you? Y'all good now?
Yes.
Y'all been on TV.
Yes.
Y'all been on shit. Some of y'all been on shit for a long time. You ain't never heard that one. Hey, where you keep getting this stuff from? You just keep coming on.
We have a couple
He's
of questions in the chat. Okay. And Dual Basi asks, well, he's making a comment and asking the question. Honorable Emperor, from September 2022, you have been heard. And if we see carefully the world movement politically and diplomatically, wait a minute, moved. You are present through the lines. It will be the blessing needed to the world now. And the question is, do you plan to teach the world leaders how to behave properly to their people?
Yeah, you got to get some of that gas out of them. I was messing with this. I said, you got to get, they full of gas. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to control the masses through fear. So they're full of gas. You feel me? It's just, so, I want to acknowledge the Albanian you know, Bucci. And we're gonna start this call back up this week with what we're talking about. But I'm open to all that, young brother, and I appreciate your wisdom and guidance, and you know, being on the ship and knowing you're on the ship. And it's just they get this side together so they can get you properly on the ship, you and the crew, and everybody else. You know, we open the doors, but knowing he already know he a part. So that's got to be in your heart. You feel me? So you got people over here, they want to question. No, he already know he part. See, so he come from a republic, and you have never heard of Republic of America. You don't heard democracy. So he come from a real republic because they had a monarchy republic in Albania, where y'all know or not. So they understand what has been transpired over here. That's why he spoke in text what he did inside, because of the authority that he already knew exists within the jurisdiction. You feel me? So it's the Americans who don't understand that type of authority, and they got their royalty, Jay-Z and Cleflo Dollar and all these characters. You know, I can call them couple out. You feel me? You know, they ain't got no royalty. They ain't got nothing. He understand our ship, and he's at that diplomatic level. Well, that's what I'm bringing them in at. You know, because you got to go where the experience go. So yes, our leaders is going to be going all over the world, you know, to relieve some of these politics, you know, of all the gas that they got passing around the world, nuclear gas, all that gas, Putin, Ukraine, all that gas. It's full of gas, anger for what? A piece of land that they can never own. So you're gonna kill 2 million niggas for a piece of land that ain't got no wall, just got an invisible line. And Russia says mine, and Ukraine says theirs. And now the United States want that land because they got interest in certain things. Ukrainian government with them, with that, they, you know, the way they do the election, everything is rigged. So you got all these private investments, but it's still on land that's rightfully Washington deduct the monument. You ain't catch me, did you? So it's like, well, we like, why you fighting for? Because if you go back and take the ancient record, all of Russia, China, all that was called Amuru. Who was Amuru? Well, Amuru was the vizier for Anu and Nere, okay? The Most High, the Heavenly One, okay? And he came to get permission from Tiamat Earth for them to bring that mission in. They don't give you that type of history. So he was granted all of that, and they named it Amuru. So that land going back through your ancestors. But look how they controlled in the last 400-500 years, or 40 years, 50 years, and all this death. You know what I'm saying? Just death. That's all they see is death. It ain't our people think goodness is it. It's their own people. And it's all about ego. You remember I said that a long time ago? Why don't Biden and Putin just get in the boxing ring? Let them niggas fight it out. I know you're like, if that ain't fair, Biden about to fall over, he's asking to be president then. Very serious. In Egypt, you had to have a certain status, be a damn royal, or be up there on the top. You feel me? You got these guys, they on their way to death. They on their way to death. Hey, where they going? 80 plus, come on, man. 70 plus, come on. They got 10, 15 more years to go. Maybe they ain't got that good. They don't peel, they don't pain, they forget the memory, they trying to find out how to peel again, trying to find out if food tastes good again. You want them in your damn country? Are you serious? So I said that years ago. You get a whole lot of stuff. Then if you just completely shift the world around to where it's supposed to be running internationally, a whole lot of stuff will change anyway and stop trying to control the damn thing. But, you know, for real, you got too many people, you know, anyway. Mother Earth will get rid of you anyway. That makes sense to you. So we just hear normal air keepers. And it's amazing how that boy that they fight the boy with England went up to the UN on the 17th. They're trying to claim he's the Antichrist. They showed up out the Pentecost, all that crap. He said, yeah, I told you, we all in that stuff. And we see all that stuff. And he's supposed to show up one. He's supposed to be the what? Earth climate guru now, where your daddy was, and he take the position. You're like, your daddy didn't do nothing. What the hell you gonna do? Stop bringing kids over here and try to act like you royalty. You ain't doing nothing to the world. Wait, because you ain't got no authority to do nothing to the world. That's why we say we normal earth keepers, because we got what? Nifu Tamuset. Nifu Tamuset. Then you got somebody on the Native American side that say what? Tamu Nifu Set. See, we got all that. But we like the chief, like our former chief. He said what? Just change the sail. That's what we did. And y'all like the way they sell selling. But you ain't got to fight them for nothing. You got everything you need. All right, that help you out? That help that question out? Thank you, brother. Man, you all right? You know, you know me. They got double eagles over there, land of the eagles. He'll be over there soon. If Rome start acting up. I seen him at the UN. I got to talk to him about that. He'll be all right. He's watching everything. Y'all see all the so-called African leaders over there saying it's a revolution now? All that what they saying? They tired of everything, right? They just tired. They tired of this, tired of that. Y'all, everything happening, right? It said it's gonna be chaotic water. I'm coming in. Y'all better get ready. We good? Come on. What's next? Oh, that's right. We got something up here now. Oh, March. All right, go back one. Go back one. Oh, we done passed that. Okay, come on, go ahead. Go forward. Like I said, Chris and said, okay, we don't do that. All right, where we at? That's April. Where we at right here? April continues. All right, somebody say check. What's in there? Oh, that most appropriate. False guys 113 5 years. And confirmed. And further revealed the 9 gates of hell. Yes, I think that was during that time on the 24th, I had given them a certain time to respond to my affidavit and my 100-day in office, and they didn't answer, so they angered me, and so I told them what was going to happen. They didn't anger, but they had to go get permission from not just worldly leaders, you know, inside the world leaders and outside in the galaxy, because I told everybody how to kneel. And so they preparing for that now. You know, but it's funny because they said about this Jerusalem thing. There was Charlie Bull over there in England to fight though. He's supposed to be coming in Jerusalem and he's supposed to hand over the seat to his son or some say. But then in prophecy, it don't say that. And prophecy say he's going to hand it over to a royal or a sovereign. It didn't never say he's going to hand it over to his heir or son. You see how they playing games with that? Y'all better watch it now. All right. So come on, what's next? We finish this. All right, what we got? May. Nama were introduced to the Dragon Mount. Everything, I don't know if it said introduce. We probably went over it. But oh, that's what they dragon. I thought y'all were talking about the serpent mount up there in Ohio. I remember this. Yeah, we was introduced that. Ouachita Mountains out there. Yeah. Dragon, head of a dragon. I think I remember that. Yeah, I remember that now. All right, come on, what you got? What's next? Y'all never know, get any questions. 1869, 27, Ku Klux Klan up 153 years. That's interesting. See, that's new to me. It ain't that new, but you know, sending it here, because you know that's Ku Klux Klan over there. They took to steal your privileges. And that's 153 years. And my 71. Damn, that's hot. That's very interesting. Okay. They were freeing the slaves in Galveston. They were stealing your rights through the Ku Klux Klan oath. Y'all didn't know that stuff, either. And what were the oath about? Protect the gold from the what? The niggas. Let me quit. That's true though. What you know, people say, well, you said nigger, and it said it means ignorant. Go look it up. 28. All right, he's saying a small meter of traveling as an estimated 50,000 miles. A little bit west of Mississippi, I remember that. United States Watchtower terror causing several sonic booms. The fragmentation that's screwed.
We can't hear you, Emperor. Can you
Oh,
speak?
my bad. I'm sorry. I need to talk louder. Causing severe. All right, a small meter traveling an estimated 55,000 miles per hour, MPH, parentheses 88.514 kilometers /h, parentheses explodes above western Mississippi, United States, parentheses Watchtower terror, causing several sonic booms. The fragmentation that struck generated in an energy equivalent of 3 tons of TNT, creating the shock waves that produce the booms and vibrations felt by individuals in the area. According to NASA, what they say NASA is? Never was straight answer. What is it? The firewall was over 10 times brighter than the full moon in its peak. I mean, it's just NASA, you know, it's just, there's so much going on the sun, y'all. And it's just how they going through. I mean, y'all paying for them to do it, but you sending them millions of dollars and they just hiding. They taking out, 33 hours, 6 hours scripts on them, you know, so you can't see what's actually coming. Then they done updated this, or re-updated and fired everybody that was in there working on it. That shows you where, if they say it's an EM flare, in reality it's an S flare, but they done downed it so they don't scare the hell out of you. So you got all this going on in the universe, you got all this stuff happening, and nobody talking about it. That's why I'm sure nice. Sure nice about nothing. We talking about it on our call, of course, but because we normal America, we normal Earth keepers. We gotta know. All right. So it said 29, Barack Obama announced the emergence of a new state during his y'all. Doing 100 days in office speech. Oh, by the way, the United States crew should not speedboat. Remember, y'all, that was crazy when y'all remember. Bush did so much effort that all the media, Fox News, everybody was running to check out what the active state's cruise ship, because they thought Bush and carried us down to the point where Obama had to write an active state, you know, to get things back right. And then they found out it was a state income. You heard them more than she had done them generous, right? 13-year anniversary. Oh, that's hot. This is my 14th year. The nice state, that's hot. Then you got 29 Mercury at greatest eastern, elongation. And then they got a partial solar eclipse on 30. So all this stuff is happening in my 70 week, y'all. So for the world. All right, come on. What's the next? I read this stuff. Imperial Royal Angels for the CMYE, That's the Imperial CMYE, Continental Moorish Yamcha Empire, CMYE -IRK, Imperial Royal Kingdom Republic. See what I mean? May 2022. All right, so May 4th, Mars quake, the largest quake ever observed on another planet. You know, Mars is a lot more deity of war. That's my answer. So that's interesting. You got 5 at I don't know what that means. What kind of meteor shower is this?
That's just the name that they give it.
Oh, happened on the 5th?
Correct.
Okay. Anything special about it?
That it existed during your 70 weeks.
Okay, that's fine. All right, then you got 7. Oh, that was wild. I remember that one. Remember? We were studying Secret Wisdom and we found out a key. The Chief Black Eagle said back in 2002. We figured out when 2022. Everybody missed it. We gonna leave it alone, right? Buckeye, right? Not the master key. All right, then we got 7 through the 11, ATM. That means His Imperial Majesty, y'all, for those who don't know. And it has H period, E period, M period, and that's because who I am. And basically the status on the world scene changes because they got HM out there, Her Majesty, His Majesty. I'm above all that, so I have His Imperial Majesty on mine, all right? So that's my appellation, only me. All right, and he said, open up. Oh, that was up, did you? Oh, yeah, that was what I wanted. When I show you mine. So the fire said, how big my shit? And it's stretched all around the world. When I opened up all kind of gates. I told him about that, but we gonna leave it alone for this call. They didn't know there were 8 other hills. I mean, you know, I kind of gave you a clue when I say Mars, trapped in hell for 20-some years. Well, prison, they say, was hell. But anyway, we'll keep going. You know, some people won't go too deep with it. Then you got first 100 days in office, y'all. See, we had to do something like that because, you know, American president, 100 days in office. So we kind of checked out our sister country. Said, well, we have our own 100 days in office. That was a good one too. And so that was the 8th of May. All right, see, 8th May, my first 100 days, 7 numbers kicking. All right. And you got 9. Let me see what it say, 100 days office, the absolute royal sovereign as emperor. Ring, Imperial Memorandum. Effective day 29 January 2022. Oh, okay, I got you. That was memorandum. I got you. And 9, that's some of that stuff on the line, so y'all gotta read it. And you got 9 Maku, Cola Chief, Cola Thunder, if I watched Tom Moore nationality. That was 19-year anniversary. So I'm in my 20th year, y'all know 20 Supreme Mathematics and Anunnaki. That's why I shut them all down right there. That's why I took over the whole thing. That's why Crown Prince Ramsey Bell Bay had 2 principal chiefs of the Washington Nation that we created, which became a sovereign state. They didn't know how to run. But he made both of them, Maluk and Zakur, nationalized me as Maku chief. Okay, Thunderfire. All right, I can y'all in the background right there. All right. So that was that nationality on that. Then you got 10th, got an X1.5 class, S class, solar flare produced, Sunquake. That was on my nationality day because you got UTC time. I remember when it hit, remember? But it showed on 10th, but it actually happened on that because we 5 hours behind. Okay, so that happened on my nationality day. Amazing, right? 2022. I'm 19 years, right? So I'm in 2020. I'm in 20 years.
Hear you, Emperor.
Oh, I'm just figuring out numerology. You know, 19 year when that saw that quake. I remember that Sunquake, but it happened lit on that because of UTC time. And so I remember that. It happened on my nationality, so that was interesting. So that was the 20-year anniversary, because I was born in 20 years. That was 19. Now I'm in 20. So that was interesting. And you got 13. That's a princess. She born that day. 13 May. That was Friday 13. She was born too, y'all. Named herself. And okay. She don't know. That's all she know. She been a princess since she was born. She ain't got nothing attached now. Never will, never. She got her own government. All right. And you say Martha. Oh, that's my aunt. Transition on her birthday. Because she like me. You know, you born in 2300 ring. You born next day. New day starts, the sun go down. So you born at 11 something. Come on. You born next day. Your birthday start next day, not that day. So that's why I see me out of Earth Day on 30, 31st. So my daughter, Princess, she got Earth Day on 13, 14. But anyway, my Aunt Martha was like my mother. One of she passed me that day. And so I'm part of that process where I came to on see but not. So I say they have to come through Princess. Because they're on my foot forever. Should have burnt some of them to hell, but I keep them on my feet forever. You know, but the only way they can come through is hacker. And what she seen when she went through the funeral, she don't want to deal with them dummies. So wishing the best or hoping the best, hoping it's strategy, but I'm done with them. But that's part of my prophecy, okay? You had to do that stuff. Then you got full blood moon came in. Total lunar eclipse came in. See how that stuff happened to y'all? Red wind, sandstorm, hit Scotland, blood rain. All this stuff hitting after opening the gates. Y'all want to see that, do you? Then you had Big L, Bruce Hamilton, solar return, peace be upon him. I didn't raise him up too. But that was another co-signer of one of the 4 families who signed the contract. So we, like I said, brothers keep. All right, what's next? Come on. Any questions? Y'all better talk to me now.
Nothing, nobody's hand is up. Let me see. We do have something in the chat.
What you got?
Ashkia L. Nasser Bay. What is the purpose of this chat? And are the people going to be released from the oppression of the evil humanity is going through currently?
What's the meaning of this chat?
That's what it sounds like.
She got a two-part question. She said, what's the meaning of this chat? It's not a chat, it's a 70-day of showing my prophecy of my status and coming to my seat in my sovereign state. There ain't no.
Well, she's chiming in via YouTube. So this is her first time joining Peace and Love. So she's
Was it free? I ain't here to free nobody, people on my ship. You made your oath. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But you're on my ship. Well, you got everything you need. You just got to run it yourself. You got a sovereign ship. So we open it up. Doors closed right now because they outlined and getting everything straight. Because we just can't have people on the right ship. So we open up soon. Soon they get their act together. And they're working on that daily. So that y'all come in and go through university and get yourself adapted to who we are and our customs. And your customs, because you're on the flag, you get everything. But we're not here to save the world. We're here to save it on my ship. They gave you Jesus to save the damn world. So we vacated that. And they gave y'all a lot to save the other part of the world. We vacated him. Then they gave you Hebrew Israelites to vacate the other. We gave you like them. Then they gave you the Jews over there. We vacated them. So we ain't got none of that. So to save you from all these worlds, well, that's the contract you signed. They got you enslaved with your own damn self. So they gave you a savior. He's just invisible. He can't show up no damn way. So save you from what? Suppression? Well, you get on, well, that's just the way you got the system set up in their system. You know, food, school, ain't teach you nothing I want to learn. On the jobs you want, gas station or warehouse, security. I mean, what you expect? If you want to be in the system, well, if be like some of them judges, go to school to be an attorney. Go to FBI, go, you know, they give you a retirement. Whether you like it or not, the death ain't got no discrimination. So when your ass die, death don't care if you was a Fed or state or whoever, how you live, how many houses you got, so what? They don't care. You want to hit the lottery, okay, that's out there for you now. You make that chance. But it saves you from what? Yourself. How you gonna save your soul? That's why we here. Because soul is everything, spirit is nothing. Everything you talking about is spirit world. You say you a babe. Where your venue at? To classify yourself a babe. Babe is a more than title. That came as lawgivers. So how you gonna be a babe? You ain't got law. So you playing games yourself. To say you're attached to a Moorish history and you ain't got no venue, but the title of the last name that ain't 9 times out of 10 ain't illegal or lawful. It's just something you want to be. To take on a Bay or L because that crap out there on the market they selling. That you can get a L Bay through the UCC or some nationality paper, look good, smell good, ain't got no weight, ain't got no venue. So over here you got a constitution, venue, everything. That's why I've been telling them for years. They don't want to hear it because we small and they loud. Well, they don't bother us because they ain't getting nothing across. They damn sure ain't getting nothing across through the courts. And they ain't getting nothing across nobody. So, but pimping their own people for some fraudulent paperwork, trying to rig up the dead. I can raise dead, I don't need them. I got my own, I got life. So I got life right here in my paperwork. Ain't no nationality on ours and touch my hours. Ain't nothing out there on the market, not in the United States. For real. Ain't nobody can touch what we got. So to save, well, you can save yourself by knowing who you are. So if you go down that Moorish path, they ain't nothing to save you on. That boy in Philly gonna save you. He can't save his damn self. He's 70-something now. You'll see him fading out down a couple years from now. He about gone if I left him alone. He ain't worth the breath. You can honor him all you want. You gonna make a model, fine. Maybe no different. We ain't got no salvation, nothing he's saying. They damn sure ain't no salvation more science. You lost your freaking mind. And all them cats that claim they got some Moorish government, that's craziness. They ain't got no venue. They gotta say they got a constitution, they ain't got no venue. They moving faster than us, fine. I ain't never know what the competition. Because we got a venue. I ain't in no rush. I gotta make sure this ship gonna sail and we can't be in chaotic water where you gotta bounce ship out. I can't push the button and you don't know how to be a normal or run your ship and they ain't got a spark plugs put in. I say that all the time. So when I push, we can't go. So you got a ship. What you're doing now is you customizing the interior of the ship. You feel me? You customize it. My bad. I thought I was dancing, talking to you. Man, camera off. You feel me? So you got electrician, you got engineering, you got plumbing, you got everything. So that's what you're doing now. So you can sail. Everybody gonna get on a ship like, oh, it's ready to sail. I ain't never told you that. I've been putting it together up to now. That's why you got the appointment out. Well, because that's where we at now, finally. Because I had to grow into it. Ain't nobody else that got it. I listen to everybody else on the market. Ain't got a dime, ain't got a pot to put pee out of, or they say a one to throw it out. It's just argument. You got to argue about your birth certificate contract. Why? It's yours. You got a venue, drop it in, they don't say nothing to you. It's like that. What do you say? You ain't heard from me. They do what they do. We do what we do. So you got to understand who we are. What's the purpose? I'll leave you alone now. Since you say they say you're a newcomer, so I'll be cool. But anyway, on the 20th here, okay, you said came on, see me not on Martha funeral, all that crap happened there. My Kirsten passed hell, and Felicia told her what to do. And they got tripping on because the casket was open. That Christian bull crap. This little faggot here, cousin, wannabe, come with me with all that crap and sick his little, I want to call him something else, but I'm gonna lie, call Sissy's brothers, cute all over. How you gonna come on me? I told him right in the service, I cursed and passed hell. They thought I was playing. I was actually helping create a new hell for them niggas. Anyway, and then you got, so they gotta burn. So that's this whole paragraph here we went up before. And then at the end of the day, that's when a shoe came off, and that little sonic sign, y'all know. And where you broke oath. So that bond you have, family, that was broke on 21st, not 20. 21st, because that was at 12 o'clock. Y'all remember I told you that. So that's cool. And you got 20 and 29, that tripped everybody out right here. And they still think it's a joke. That man, that period on the sun. It's just like that energy. Look at that phoenix bird. So we call it the sun man, appeared on the sun with the image of the phoenix bird within his chest. Retro to 2013. First sight on 3 April 2013, CMYE Imperial government. No, see? Sun man appeared 22 days from finding, quote, the key, end quote, and 92 days from ATM, 18 Spirit Majesty, solar return / crown day. We'll quote 1 million souls a day, end quote, transition. But that was the contract. I told them I take 1 million souls, I get 1 million immortal. Then they pissed me off. I moved it up 2 million. So that's why I got to close this out now. I ain't decided what I'm gonna do. So they increase it or close it off for a second. But I ain't gonna decrease because I'm cutting my seat. So I don't know. I'm about mad. I might go up to 5 million. But anyway, I ain't got there yet. We got 2 more days before I get to that level. And then they got 93 million souls. And they told you, and that's parallel in distance when they're through the sun. Well, that was when we let the master out, and they went to 93 million. We were not day and a half. And then that girl Gina showed how the beings on their sun. They were trying to figure out who these beings on the sun. Yeah, that was our confirmation that they made it. So, all right. So we good on that. That sister that asked that question in the chat. That Bay, you good? I ain't gonna leave you hanging. Come on. Who that next slide? She good?
Well, that question was from YouTube. So.
Oh, YouTube, my bad.
Yeah.
She good?
Well, she has another one.
Come on.
So is it safe to say that the emperor is picking up where noble Drew Ali left off and bringing back the birthrights to the Moors and reinstating our vast lost estate.
I already did that. That's been done. I did that. Yeah, I give you that one. But I took it to another level. All right, where he established what they call Moor Sound Temple. I gave you what we call Imperial consulates or Moorish consulates. So when you see the handshake they talk about, that black-white handshake, y'all see the Moor. See, you gotta have a venue. So when you had that handshake, the black man didn't have no venue. So it's like you begging him for what? A handshake is equal. So Drew Ali was telling you got to be equal. So you got your own venue. But they didn't understand that back then. So he had temples for y'all. Create a Muslim religion. Gave you a Circle 7, which is also the Korean Gospel of Jesus Christ, which was written in 1903. Okay, so you see which one's first. So we didn't go there today, okay? Anyway, and so he said that in motion, but he left for his time. He couldn't get systematized. So I'm the 8th Marquis. So everything he did is under my house now. I'm literally going to shut the whole I'm going to shut the whole number down because they done disrespected the prophet. I'm going to say the crown prince. They had to listen. Them niggas out there, I'm calling them like years. Them niggas out there selling the tax exempt number to put on plates on people's cars so they can drive around with no insurance. These how stupid they did. So they get a wreck. They bringing a claim against the damn temple or the number. But these cats, that's why you got to take it off sync. Shut the whole damn thing down. And we getting there. I know how to do it. So all that's under me now. But you got a consulate office where you come in as a diplomat. So you can talk to them. Outside they ain't even talking to them. See, you got to come in them, like I said, equal hand. So you can deal with them. Outside that, sheiks, let's go. You look at the sheikh system. They're supposed to be able to bring law. They can't even hold a function. They can't even hold Juma on Friday. I mean, come on, look at that. Look how crazy this stuff is. They master, they say, Drew Ali, he's got a what? 48 star flag, right? What you see on my page? 48 star, right? Because I own it. What they got? 50 star flag. What else they got? They got yellow fringe around. That's military. That's what I'm saying. These clowns are so shot out. You feel me? And then they got what? The Moorish flag. And they ain't got no damn jurisdiction from the King of Morocco, they fly the flag. So you dishonor your own flag, that means you dishonor yourself. Well, you can't tell the African Americans nothing. But yeah, that's what it's all up. We rolling. So, it's all written in other documents and calls, but once you get on the ship, you can see all of them. We gotta take them all down because we with the appointment, we officially, our appellation officially changed. So all that's an archive for non-nationals that be taught in university and catching up, getting on now, having opportunity to listen to them tapes so you can get yourself caught up. But we got to keep running. That makes sense to you? Everything all right?
Yes, it makes sense.
Hey, what else we got? Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought I was on. My mic was off. There's
cool.
nothing in the chat, and there's no hands raised.
Okay, what's the time zone? Where we at?
I have 8:40.
We got 5 people got burn tonight. We still jam, y'all. So call low, we burn 5 people. We out at power hour. So we gave this 3-hour call, so we don't go too far. But I just want to make sure we get this thing done. So tomorrow call, we get a lot. The night before moon. Everybody got your energy in, right? Last super full moon. So what time is it? Somebody got me time? Can you get the time on?
2046.
How much?
2046.
8:46. 8:46. Oh wow. 8:46. All right then. So what we do, y'all, I'll let y'all handle this part. Okay, so y'all can do this. After you finish this, we ask any questions and give a final salute, and then we pick it back up tomorrow, 5 o'clock. Okay. So I'm gonna let y'all do this one. Okay. That's cool. Who got it? And everybody run now. Come on.
I got it. Imperial and Imperial Royal Isles.
You sure you want this, Miss Correa? Because you kind of implant, so you don't really know, you got to get one of them, like Sajah, where he at? You got to get some of them that know these fraternities so they can read it off and get some energy. You kind of, you're implant, so you don't really feel the bite. So let Sajah on here.
I'm cool. I'm here.
Come on, let's dance on it.
All right. I need to cut my video on, or am I cool without it?
We show your face tomorrow. We good. Come on.
All right, cool. All right, Imperial and Imperial Royal Annals for the ECMYE-RKR, May 2022 continues. Further research yield that the quote Black and quote fraternity and sorority orders were founded by the most influential colonist families, families who stole from our ancestors and who attempted to orchestrate a continued demise of our existence by instituting systems and orders to maintain economic, social, psychological, and physiological enslavement of over 400 years, So we get to the first fraternity family, Phi Alpha Fraternity, Inc. / founded by the Rothschilds, December 4th, 1906, Cornell University, Ithaca, New York. Next one, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity, Inc. / founded by the Oppenheimers, January 5th, 1911, Indiana University, Bloomington, Indiana. One of the more famous ones, everybody know, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity, Inc. / founded by the Wahlbergs, November 17th, 1911, Howard University, Washington, D.C. Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity, Inc. Founded by the Rockefellers, January 9, 1914, Howard University, Washington, D.C. Then you have Iota Phi Delta, Iota Phi Theta Fraternity, Inc. / founded by the Astoria family, September 1963, Morgan State University, Baltimore, Maryland. Then you have Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority, Inc. Founded by the Bilderberg family, January 15, 1908, Howard University, Washington, D.C. Then you have Delta Sigma Theta Sorority, Inc., founded by the Habsburg family, January 13, 1913, Howard University, Washington, D.C. Then we have Zeta Phi Beta Sorority, Inc., founded by the Sassoon family, January 16, 1920, Howard University, Washington, D.C. And Sassoon tripped me out because remember Sassoon jeans back in the day? Vidal Sassoon.
Yep.
Then you get the Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority, Inc., founded by the Lee Asian family, right? November 12, 1922, Butler University, Indianapolis, Indiana. And last but not least, you have Sigma Pi Phi Fraternity, Inc., Boule, in parentheses, founded May 15, 1904, Philadelphia, PA, the root of the so-called, quote, Divine Nine, end quote. All right. And I yield the floor back to the host.
And there is a question. How do the fraternities and sororities play a role in the whole scheme of the de facto?
That go back to the top where we read the introduction. And it says, by instituting systems and orders to maintain economic, social, psychological, and physiological enslavement. So you think about it. For those of us that went to HBCU, right? You got all these so-called fraternities that set up a so-called network for so-called African Americans, right? To do business and charity work, whatever, and you take an oath. Yet, as you see, none of these families benefit us. None of these families are us. All of these families are in opposition to us. So that's one. And you take an oath, and as the protector always lets us know, if you're a Christian, there's no way you take an oath to a fraternity. How is that even possible? You feel me?
Right.
So you gotta think about things like that, you know, and then what's their secret? What's the point of it all? Again, he goes back to and lets us know about cliques and things. And we all know from high school on, everybody was in a clique. Everybody had their clique. Everybody had their little crew, blah, blah, blah. And in the corporate world, right, on the de facto side, well, that's how they operate. You know, those of us, my elders, the elders before, everybody knew about the good old boy club, right? That's what it's always been. You feel me? But that's clicked out. You feel me? And so now you got fraternities that do the same thing. They got their own so-called good old boy club, right? And within every fraternity, you know what I mean? And they go out and they choose the kind of people they want, all of that type of stuff. And you see cliques form in colleges and things like that, you know, and that goes further in life. So people say it's not about what you know, it's who you know, right? So if you got a good connect somewhere, you could probably get your foot in the door somewhere, blah, 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 all the way up the chain.
Okay, thanks for that. We have hand up. Zahab, you have the floor.
Assalamu alaikum with magic. My question is, I know a lot of these families that's on this list who are affiliated with the Union states during the Reconstruction Civil War era. My question is, how does the Lee family get affiliated or tie into this? And where do they come from?
What was the question again?
Basically, it was about the Lee family, that the Sigma Gamma Ray sorority. And that was you said that was a Chinese family. I've heard that before. I'm trying to figure out. You know, I know some of these other families were affiliated with the Union. Yeah, during the Civil War era, the Reconstruction, a lot of the family lines they profit a lot, like you say, like the introduction says, they profit a lot off of, you know, what they did. I was just curious about Lee and that family.
That's the House of Lee, right? So they say it was the ruling house of the Western Liang dynasty. So, but if I'm not mistaken, they were one of the biggest families that helped in the railroads and things like that.
Okay.
But they go back to an ancient house, so at least the name Lee.
Okay. So I know so basically they were all industrialists to some degree in this, because you know it's railroads and whatnot. It just, you know, to me, it puts a different spin when you think about the whole idea of the Civil War. You know, when you look at
I was gonna say that's what the race was about. We take race as the color, but the race was what European nations could industrialize America the fastest. That was the race was about, not so much color.
Right.
Prejudice is what we all deal with, prejudice. You feel me? And then it becomes a racist system based on you're not in the race because they're not giving you now financials. They're taking away your financial, you know what I'm saying, forwardness, while they utilize everything else for their financial forwardness.
So do you think it kind of, all right, you know how you have indentured servitude, now it's by way of contract, right? And became very lucrative. And it was very, very lucrative for those particular states that were involved. Do you think it was also with them stealing from us? Do you think it was also to, I guess, in a sense, remove our ability to contract with others?
Indeed, that's exactly right.
Of course.
Okay.
That's exactly right.
I thought
So,
so.
because if you have a contract established with these particular fraternities, who created them instituted their contracts on how they are to move within society, basically locking down everything that they do, and most importantly, their culture. So that's why it's important, because all of this is being dismantled. And this
There is a
happened during
flop.
70 plus 70, 70 plus 7
Right.
plus 4 weeks. Does that make sense?
It does. I have one more question, if you don't mind.
Go right ahead.
Aren't like both sides of the contracts full disclosure supposed to be, available for both people or both parties that are going to engage in a contract, right? So my thought is, even with the birth record contract, uh, I'm trying to get an idea of how it's binding when it feels like there was no disclosure. I mean, when I was born, I didn't know. You follow? So I'm trying to figure out how's that work.
There was disclosure, but if you weren't taught to review documents when your child is born, then that's your fault. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. So we've been taught or programmed to take things at face value, and not knowing, even understanding that initially anything you do is based off of a contract. But if you don't learn how to establish that or know the value of what you own, then you'll be susceptible to someone else that has a contract on you. So that's why it's so important, the systems that we're setting up, because it reverses the things that keep us from being in a certain level. Does that make sense?
It does. And thank you very much for your time. And I yield.
Okay, Aaron, you have the floor. Aaron, are you still there? You have your hand raised.
Something like magic. Pardon me for that. Yeah, and speaking of what she was just talking about, as far as the contract that's on us at the time of since the time of our birth, could you give me like a overview of kind of like because you were saying that we have the contract even though it's not full disclosure, but ignorance of the law is no excuse. I guess it's more like a comment. From my research, of course, on the other side over here on the de facto, actually by international law, even though they are de facto, they have to go by international law. And I found some of the NASARA documents and stuff like that talked about how you have 21 days or from 21 days up to 6 months to redo the whole contract with the birth certificate and the Social Security and stuff like that, because now when the child is born now, it's instant. If that's correct, and it also gives the previous speaker some more insight on that. They do give you a chance to do something, even though they know that you don't have anywhere to go, because as the emperor said, he has a venue for you to go to if you do know how to cash the bond in. Because a lot of us have been trying to do it for years over here on the de facto side, and it hasn't worked. Well, partially working for some, but they only give you like a smidget of what they really are holding over our heads with this contract. And so what the emperor, go ahead.
Take a pause.
Go ahead.
So it will never work because you have to have a venue to dock your contracts in. which is a
Right.
state. So, but this is not the call to go in depth as far as the contract. That's just one smidget of how
Right.
important what we're doing here. So,
Okay. I yield.
okay, and so that is the end of the segment for this call. We yield the call back over to the host. Thank you very much.
Okay. In closing, we would like to thank the universal traveler dweller, the absolute royal das sovereign HEM colon emperor colon space Samhu a minute dash re quote Adelo E end quote, and we would like to thank Her Imperial Royal Princess Princess Uhaika Samson L. Moreover, gratitude to all of our Imperial Dynamic readers, gratitude to all the NAMA nationals working behind the scenes, and our viewing audience for their attendance and participation. Be certain to mark your calendars for tomorrow's 30th September 2023 at 1700 5 p.m. Eastern Time for the continuation of the 70 plus 7 plus 4 weeks prophecy of His-Imperial Majesty's journey. With that, we say Salam Alaikum with magic, and may the dweller be with you, divine beings.
May I continue being a what? A universal traveler. Colon. Dweller, that's emperor. We got plenty of dwellers. We say dash emperor, because I don't know him. Colon. Sam who a minute Ray, right? A day no ye, end quote. So y'all have fun. We see y'all on the flip side. Bring your questions so we can get them done and get this madness out of the way so everybody get, because you see people showing up now, asking questions because they want to know. So we can shape shift any way we want. Right now, I gave you the shape shift the way we set up the move. But if something coming for the plate, we got to shape shift. We know how to do that too. You feel me? So let's continue growing, building the Minister of Foreign Affairs, getting that out on the market in my real office, and we'll see y'all tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Salam alaikum magic. Yeesh. Smiley face.
With magic and Salam
Salam alaikum with magic.
Smiley.
Salam alaikum with magic, Emperor.
Salam alaikum with magic.
Smiley face.
Yeesh.
Salam alaikum with magic, Emperor. I'm a family.
Divine being.
Yeesh. Hey, somebody's supposed to be traveling. I heard a voice. Somebody's supposed to be traveling. All right, we'll talk. Smiley face.
Smiley face.